All right, all right. Shalom, shalom, and shalom. Sister Deborah, prophetess in the wilderness. And you know what? That's all right with me. Coming again on this devil platform with another message. And I will say this is a lovely, lovely early morning in which the Most High Yah has made. And I, Sister Deborah, shall, and I will. I really shall, and I will rest therein. I'm coming with a message. Which way shall we go? Which way shall we turn? Meaning, in a sense, which way shall we go from here? Being so that I uploaded, I not uploaded, but I gave two lessons on the lives of Israel, uh, and now since you have uh, an issue, and let me say, you have the problem of Israel and Judah. Now pull up with the answer. Anytime you have a problem, make sure you got the solution in your back pocket. And if you don't, you really don't have a problem. A lot of people want to have problems and issues with people and with individual, even with what someone says or have to say. Tell you what, let me see you pull up with a solution to the problem that you say you might have. So anytime you feel you have a problem, pull up with your solution since there is a problem. Most of you won't be able to do that because the problem is within the wicked flesh. It's not so much as your spirit has a problem with it, it's just your flesh. And a lot of times when your flesh has a problem with situations, even things going on in the world or things going on in your family and things going on in your community, in your neighborhood, on your workplace, you have all kind of issues and problems. But make sure you have the solution in the back pocket or in your hand to the problem that is before you. That's the best way to live in this life. The life is the breath of Yah in the spirit, but the living is just for the flesh. So have the solution to your flesh problem, because there is a solution to the problem. There is an answer to the problem. So when Sister Deborah put out those two videos, the sad thing about it, the Father revealed to me that even those who come to the live, many of them wouldn't even sit down and even listen to the videos. And he said, don't forget, that too is well with him. So if it's well with Yah, it's well with me. So I'm coming with a video for the solution to the problem that has been prophesied and has been said to come upon us, and to really give us a really, really, really good insight. Let me see something. Something is on my thing here that should not be on here. Let me hold up, you guys. I got to do something here because I could see something that's not right here. Okay. Okay. Now I got it. Okay. Now, again, if we have a problem or we have an issue that's taking place in the world today, you best bet the word of Yah, the creator of the beginning and the end, holds the solution. But if you don't think there is a problem and you don't think that there is an issue, then you keep walking therein and let your flesh feel this thing, because whether you want it to feel it or not, every word is going to come forth and pass. So it's nothing like you're going to dodge what Yah has prepared. You're not going to get out away with it. Matter of fact, you're living it right now, but just in full denial that these things is actually taking place, especially Judith. Judith feeling that thing, and every word that was spoken regarding Judith and Israel lies, all of it is 100. All of it is 100. Because that's the state of mind Judith has been, why this prophet has been on the earth 63 years. This is their state of mind. Okay. And I have been able to come forth in the last 5 years, especially in the last 3 years, that putting forth that Judith was having issue mentally, spiritually already knew, but mentally, that's what was getting me. I couldn't understand, why would this nation, a tribe of people, not see? What is it that they can't hear? What is it that they can't understand? Now, Sister Deborah, in the last few days, found out that the father said they were only blind in part. And I'm like, wait a minute, Father, you mean they could have seen? Yes. That's why you've been whining, Deborah, because you felt in the flesh that if you saw it, that they should at least see something. And that is so true. That is so true. So even saying they were blind in part makes so much sense, because it answered all Sister Deborah's questions that she have in time past put before the Most High Yah regarding what is actually taking place with the people. And I just give him glory and honor. But you know what's that's strange about the whole thing? Him giving me that in the quicken, it also bring me to the level of things about, not is about, there are some things going to roll in unexpected. People are not going to even be looking for it to happen. But it's something that has been already put out there as a warning by the prophets of yesterday, and by the apostles, and by those that were of yesterday who spoke of that day. So somewhere along the line, things are going to get really, really kind of shaky. And the shakiness of things that's coming, that's in before us, about to take place, it's so shaky that the Father hasn't even given it to me to the point where I could even share it with you. So that's how shaky it's going to be. I'm going to have to wait like you until it land on solid ground, because I don't see it. I can't look left. I can't look right, you guys. I can only look to the throne of the Most High Yah. Sister Deborah, she can't look to the left. She can't look to the right. I can't even look behind me. Only place I have to look to is the throne of the Most High Yah. Why? Because of where I know that we as a people and as the world rest in right now. And I don't mean my rest that I say, and I shall rest therein. See, I rest in his bosom. 99.9 rest in the worldly and the earthly matters. You see, there's a big difference. And that too shall be shown and revealed in days to come. And the sad thing about it is, it was already said that in that day, so many of those who represented as servants of Yah has spoke to Deborah and you regarding that day. What would be the purpose for them, as well as the Spirit of Yah, to warn us of a day if we are not looking to those days that was prophesied, or at those days in which they say this is going to happen, this is going to happen, and this is going to happen. And that's what's happening. People are not even concerned about what the prophets, what Daniel or Ezekiel, Jeremiah, or what even Abraham said, or what Jacob was saying. No one cares. That's where the mindsets are today. Everybody is looking where they at today and assuming they're going to live as if living belongs to them, and don't understand, baby, life is what's holding you up. So while you thinking living belongs to you and you rule that living, baby, even life itself is holding your living up. Life is in full control of your living. Because once his breath of life come out of you, where your living gonna fall? Straight to where it belongs, the dust of the ground. How about that? How about that? Okay, so I want to share with you what he put on my heart to give you, because he wants you to understand, which way shall we go? No, which way shall we turn? He wants us to even see, to turn that one sentences around. See if you can turn that one word, that one sentence around and still yet make sense. It says, which way shall we turn? Move those words around and come up with the same thing. Which way shall we turn? That's what he put on my heart. Now, I wonder if there's anyone that can reverse it, but yet it still stand firm in what it says. It's beautiful, y'all, because he did it with me. And I was like, oh my, it's really neat. He said, now reverse it. I said, reverse it, like take it backwards? He said, no, move the words around. And then there's 2 times I'm saying it. So it has a meaning. So that's what I'm coming to bring you, the meaning of what Yah wants you to understand about where we shall turn in this day. Because if you took heed and really heard those 2 videos regarding Israel and Judah lies, you'll understand a little more of why Yah took all the moves in which he had taken, even the ones he's going to take in Revelation. All of it. It did this here. The book that everybody's want to read, all your books you have, that's what it did. It closed it up and slammed it down in a way to say it is finished. Now, what you gonna tell me now? Which way shall we go? Which way? Now you're stuck. And that's what he wants you to understand. There is a way. And nope, you're not going to get someone to come onto these devil platforms and tell you that, oh, it's this way or wait a minute, it's this way. Come on, y'all, let's go this way. They haven't told you in 400 years. They haven't shown you the way. They shown you only direction that leads to their page every day and 2 or 3 times a day. They have not showed you the direction to the way of which turn we should take from this day on. But I thank him for instilling in me this morning that now we must give them a way to have that hope alive. You see? And that means you're looking forward. Hope is when you're looking forward to something. No, you can't see it, but you hope for it. And that's what a forward is. A forward is like hope. Hope is like looking forward to something that is not in front of you. So that's what the Father wants you to understand. It. It's a form of hope. So what should we hope for? It's like unto which way shall we turn? We're going to hope for this way. And this is what I'm about to bring to you. a way of the Most High Yah that wants me to give those who feel that, well, if that's the case, Deborah, we don't have no hope. If we've been such a horrible, terrible, evil, wicked people, we have no hope. First and foremost, one thing you must understand, grace and mercy holding you. How about that? See, that's another thing that you do not pray about. Many of you drop to your knees, you go into your prayer closet, you pray, you talk this, you talk that, you talk this, but you never realize, wait a minute, y'all. We got something already here with us. And that's grace and mercy. Even the wicked of the wicked got grace and mercy. Why? Why hasn't he destroyed? Because he wants grace and mercy to hold up everybody while his will from A to Z is done. You all never understood why it's so important to know he is the beginning to the end. He is Alpha and Omega. He is the first and the last. You really never meditated on the fact that what is so big about that is that he's showing you my will is at the beginning to the end. And for his will from heaven, meaning his plan, his whole plan, it has to have something to allow it to go from A to Z. And how he did it, he put grace and mercy between everything on the earth and his will from heaven, so that the will can go to A to Z while we have mercy on the earth and grace. Because if we didn't have mercy and grace, his will could just say, shh, and we can be dead. You see what I'm saying? He didn't want it to say, shh. He wanted to go from the beginning and have an end. But according for it to actually take place, his beginning to the end, he got to put these people in grace and mercy just so it can take place and be done. And grace and mercy is what's holding you up, keeping you from him destroying you. That's why grace and see, a lot of you all don't even think when we pray to him, oh, he gave us something really beautiful. He gave us grace and mercy. If you can just lay down and wake up one morning and realize what grace and mercy is, there it is. You laid down and you woke up. Why? Because grace and mercy. Because if it was up to him to take away grace and mercy, your butt wouldn't have got up. Your butt wouldn't have laid down either. But see, nobody sees it like that. That just shows me as a prophet in the wilderness, while I'm in the wilderness being taught, it teaches me how far from individuals from the Creator, understanding him, feeling him, trusting him, believing him. That's how far from him that they are. Because they don't even, people right today, even in every church, every temple, I mean, everywhere you go, it's nowhere, even on this devil platform, you will never hear nobody teaching you how powerful this grace and mercy is holding us up. Nobody would teach, they wouldn't even teach you that. Nowhere. Because it's about Yah. See, with grace and mercy, Deborah can't claim it. You see what I'm saying, y'all? With grace and mercy, no pastor, no bishop, no priest, no apostle, no pastor. I said that apostle, prophet, evangelist, prophetess, no Maureen, no seer, no watchman. They can't claim it. So they don't teach it. And y'all don't see nothing wrong with it. They won't teach grace and mercy because they can't get the glory. They're not going to teach you what they can't get the glory out of. And that's what's sad. So they say, no, we ain't going to teach grace and mercy when we all should be teaching grace and mercy of the Most High in his finest of his finest. It's grace and mercy because it's allowing us to exist, why his will that he had in heaven go from A to Z. We down here with grace and mercy holding us up. And I think that's still sad. And it's sad that we don't want to talk about it because, like I said, it won't give us glory. And that's why they won't teach it on these devil platforms, because they're really not about the Most High Yah. They just got y'all thinking they're about it. And they do a pretty good job. But to me, when I see them, I don't care if they say Ahaya, Ahaya. I don't say if they care if they say I'm the true Jew, I'm the Hebrew Israelite, we the people, we Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, or I'm a bishop, or I'm a pastor, I'm a priest, I'm an evangelist. I don't care if they say that they're a prophet or if they say they're a prophetess. They fail to realize what he said. He's given those that are of him the gift to discern. What would he pour out? That's another gift he pours out. The spirit of discerning. They don't have no respect for that. They don't have no respect for grace and mercy, nothing. And you will live day and throughout night and throughout day, and go on with your life, not understanding that the things that represent Yah has not even been spoken of. And it's definitely not spoken on these platforms when it should have, because what the devil intend for evil, there should be somebody on the platform speaking something that represent good, which is Yah. And nobody won't. Or righteous. Let me say righteous. No one will come on this platform and speak the righteousness of Yah. But they will speak everything about Satan, this world, and everything the world is doing, and how the heathens doing this, and everybody doing this, and all of this is on this platform. I've seen I don't know if y'all noticed, all these Europeans are popping up with the word, and it's not with the words. They don't have the word, they have the words. Okay, they're coming up with dreams and visions and prophecies. They booming on who? YouTube. They are booming, and I'm just surprised ain't nobody spoke on that. These Gentiles and these heathens and these Europeans, all of them the same, but it's just they stand in that same gap. I mean, but when it all said and done, I see them booming, and I said, "But Father, where they going? Where all of them coming from?" And I'm gonna be honest with you, some of them got it, some of them got it. But when it came down to Judah and Israel, now, since he given me the quicken of the spirit to the revelation of the fullness of Israel and Judah, now I see why Judah has not caught up. It makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. It's not meant for Judah to get any further than they chasing their tails. Oh, Deborah, you gonna get in trouble. You better stop that, girl. You're gonna be in trouble. You're gonna be in trouble. He's letting Judah chase his tail, because that's something Judah good at. And then these other nations are catching on in a way of seeking the book, the words, and understanding some of it. Understanding some of it, you guys, in the right understanding, not just the flesh understanding, but they're getting some things in the right understanding, because that one that a Hebrew man had uploaded that video, I uploaded it onto my page, and it's where I'm not on that video, but I'm letting you listen to what he said. That was to me, I'm listening to it, I'm thinking that is a Gentile. That's a Gentile talking. I ain't gonna say I think it. I know it was a Gentile. That's his voice. And I'm like saying, but Father, how can a Gentile know me? How can he know me? And I'm not talking about know me as you all know me as prophetess Deborah. He know my spirit. He spoke my spirit, you guys. Who I am in the spirit realm. My purpose in the spirit. How could that Gentile know that, Father? Because the Father that has created the will has given it unto him. And while Judah still in the hole, as I say, chasing their tails in a circle. Because they all because they reject any and everything. The 400 years should have brought a what? A pen needle of light, said the Most High Yah. He said, Deborah, they should have had a pen needle of light. Years, the end of the 400 years, they were the one to be, should have been able to have a pen needle of light. And he said, they are more in darkness than darkness itself. But it also is the will of the Father. That's why Sister Deborah can proclaim they are chasing their tails, going nowhere. And it's connected. Now you got to understand, even though it's Yah's way, it's his way that he knew that their heart and their minds were. And the beauty of it is what I'm about to teach right now. Now that you have told us that we are the worst of the worst in the eyes of Yah, because no other nation did Yah like we done. When they served their God, they served their God. They didn't come over messing with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob's God. But we mess with it. We, Israel and Judah, messed with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob God. We disrespect Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob God. We polluted Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob God. We had no honor, no praise. We didn't magnify Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob God. But those over there, they didn't have nothing to do with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob God. They served their God to the utmost. Abraham and Isaac and Jacob left us to pick up the baton and glorify their God. That's why it's always trying to get a people that's called thy people, my people, thy people. Always trying to get them to understand the what? The Yah of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And they've never got it. They never understood why is it that there's so many things said about Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob as if they owned him. No, he owned them. His spirit was in them. So those were his sons, and he was their Yah. But we spoke it. We role play it. At the same time, we polluted that Yah. We disrespected that Yah. We dishonored that Yah. And here today, we thinking we on high horse because we think that we have waken up. And Jacob said, Deborah, tell them they tails ain't woke up. They butts ain't woke up. You giving it to them, Deborah, as it is today, right dead in their face, and they running around here thinking they awakening. I told you that he wasn't going to get up and do nothing. And he's still preaching that he's all that answer. And he's the worst out of the 12 because he was supposed to be in the light set up on the hill, Deborah. Jacob, I hear you, Jacob. You see what I'm saying? So we are so far in the down than we even in the middle. But I got good word for you here. And he says, which way shall we turn? Which way shall we turn then, Deborah? You've given us the worst of the worst of who we are. You've said how we did the Most High Yah and who we are and how we are monsters and how we are this and how we are that. Deborah, you ain't saying nothing good about us. You know why? You don't know what the good is in Yah. Because the two lessons that I've given you all, not every nationality, every religion, every dominion on the face of the earth out the ballpark. Sister Deborah hit a home run. And by these people, Israel, especially Judah, being so disobedient, rebellion, stiff-necked, whoremongers, lustful, adulterous, wicked, evil, liars. They are all X and some, to where when I send my prophet to hit the ball out of the park, the year of 2024, it shows the whole world. Let's put the world out of it and just put Israel and Judah. It shows that Israel and Judah is exactly where the prophet Deborah have said. Because in those two videos, it knocked the ball out of the park. Total home run. I'm going to tell you something. To me, in my spirit, it did it for me. I don't know what's wrong with you. It did it for me. I don't know what's wrong with you. It knocked the ball out of the park, total home run, and the game was won. That's the quickened spirit that came to me. I felt that thing, y'all. I felt that thing. And when it hit, it brought closure. Winning game, the game is over. That's what it did for me as a prophetess in the wilderness, taught by the Ruach as my teacher. It showed me that, see, you've been telling these people for almost 3 years, Deborah, it's over, and it is. You broke the percentage of how gone Judith was. You was always on it. He began to tell me stuff when I was a little girl, all the way up to when I was a young girl, a teenager, a young adult, all the way up until now. And I was like, oh, it's over. Yes, Deborah. That's what you've been telling them. But it was a home run hitter because it took me a place that I needed to go. I needed to be there. And I just thank him for giving me that opportunity to bring it before you. So I suggest you all go back and and view both of those videos, because there was a home run hitter that won the game. And you all missed it. And you should have missed it. And that's why I said that when you get on these devil platforms and you thinking these people are saying something righteous because they pleasing your flesh, that's good for you. That's good for you. It's not so much as what they're saying that's good for your flesh that's going to affect you. It's what they're doing to deceive you. And and in that day, which we are in, I keep saying it, calling it that day, because it's so much happens that Yah has moved his hand away from to allow. Then you're going to hoop and holler. And be confused and confounded, because you ain't going to be able to figure it out, because you never took the baton when Sister Deborah handed to you and took off running. Instead, you went backwards, as he said Judith always does. He never go forward. He goes backwards and think he got it. Okay? So the Father wants you to know that those two videos bring fullness and victory out of the ballpark. But Judah and Israel don't want to come. They don't want to be victorious in that way, because it brings them victorious in the spirit realm. They don't want to be victorious in the spirit realm. They want to be victorious to the world. See, y'all didn't know that, did you? They want the world to see them. They want the world to embrace them. They want the world to approve of them. They waiting for the heathens and Gentiles to say that we are the people. They waiting for the Gentiles and heathens to say, I knew that you all were. That's why they overreact when they get a Gentile on. They hear a Gentile say, "Oh, you all are the people," and then they start going crazy, y'all. They start pulling it up on videos. Oh, they know we are. You the only one don't know who you are. And the Father revealed to me, Deborah, they don't know. They know, because they were only partly blind, in part. And I said, no, you didn't go there, Father. No, you didn't go there. So all this mess about sleep and all this and that, they are partial. He said the blindness of Israel is in part. That means partly. They weren't totally blind to truth. You see what I'm saying? All this time, they got y'all thinking that, oh, they didn't know this, they didn't know this, they took out this and they took out this. The Father want me to let you know all that was a lie. They took, listen to what I said, and I want y'all to write this down. And when I say write it down, write it in your heart and ask, go before the throne of the Father and put it before him. The Father is saying that it wasn't that they took your history. They done away with your history. Now, hear me well. I'm talking now with the anointing of the Spirit of the Most High Yah right now, because he just gave this to me. It's not so much, Deborah, as they took their history. It's not so much as they hid their history. It's not so much as they took this out of the book, this out of the book. They took this out of the book. The Father say it ain't got nothing to do with the heathens, Gentiles, Europeans, in the way Judah has conducted himself. The Father said that it has nothing to do with that, but that was the only thing they feel that they have awakened to, that soothes their flesh to embrace the fact that someone to them that was so horrible. And he said, when they everything they say about the heathen said, everything they said that they done to them, Deborah, it was me. See? And he said, let me tell you why he did it to them. And they keep saying everybody else did it and doing it to them, because they're too stiff-necked, rebellion and disobedient to really know and tarry and hear what God said, Yah, his word. They want the words of many books out here. They want the words that's going to soothe their flesh. But let me tell you what he gave me. He said to me, when I'm sitting here talking to you, he said, Deborah, they blaming everybody outside of my right hand. I am the power that has caused everything to happen to them in the land of their captives. And they reject my right hand. They reject my curse. They reject my 400 years, and they place their own understanding. They want to lead to their own understanding, because that's the only way they can embrace it and deceive you. That's why the 400 years you hoop and holler and wondering why is it they can't see it? Why is it they not getting it? Why is it they not understanding Deuteronomy 28? Why is it that? He said, ain't that they didn't, Deborah. These are the same people I put out of my promised land. They over here and their children still throwing up the same vomit. The same vomit they were doing over in the promised land. Here it is, 400 years, Deborah, and they still spilling out vomit. Worthless. And it's due to done me, Deborah. This didn't have anything to do with all these different continents and the four corners in which I dispersed them. I put them in the lands and dispersed them according to their wicked ways. So if you got caught over here in the United States, we know United States is wicked. When he said your ways were wicked too, when you was in the promised land. So he put you in the land in which your ways was matched. So when Judah over in this land, they hooping and hollering, they chasing their tails, he says. Now listen to this is the key. I'm going to go on and put it where he want me to put it. He said, Deborah, they reject the curse itself. They reject what they did in the promised land. And because me, I'm telling y'all, like I told you, I will be a cuckoo clock. Because in my understanding from the wilderness, I understand it from the wilderness that we done something. I start to say I'm sorry, but he said, don't you say that. I understand from the class and the teaching that I get from the wilderness. Hey, Deborah, your tail done something. Your ancestors and y'all done something. But see, y'all didn't do something to the heathens, the Gentiles, and the Europeans. Y'all done it to the Creator himself. When he allowed me to get to know how ugly I was, my ancestor was toward the creator. Come on, y'all. What is it that the people ain't gonna get? Like they changed in their tail. He said, when they done it to me, Deborah, they done this to me. And they stand in this country still yet blaming everybody else instead of saluting the consequences. It's what their forefathers done and the worser as they continue to do. That's why it's worse than their forefathers. He said this is all due to them against him. See, while y'all running around here want to make everybody think that everybody bothering you, you don't even understand. You still being disrespectful to the Most High Yah. You're polluting his name. You're disrespecting my Father Yah. You're disrespecting my Creator. Running y'all tails around here, trying to blame everybody for the way you dishonored him. You profaned his name. You polluted the Holy Land. And then going to blame everybody for doing something to you on the land of your captives. In which the captives ain't the captive by themselves, but by the right hand of the power of he that's on the throne. That means you're denying the power. You're denying the name. You're polluting the name. You're disrespecting. So you thinking that you're not still in that curse. You know why you still in that curse? Let me tell y'all why y'all still in the curse. Because you're still polluting his name. You're still dishonoring him. You're still disrespecting him. When you stand in this country and act as if you don't understand what you've done. I don't care what you pray about. You don't see him coming and get your tail out. Many of you all out there now, don't get sick. Don't let that physical body get you down. You're going to be caught right here suffering of that physical body. And you ain't coming up out of it. When you get on your knees and fall out and cry, no, he ain't coming to deliver you from your pain, your heartache, your suffering. Because he gave you 400 years to think about it. And you become worse than when you came in. You're worse. What makes it worse, Deborah? What makes everything so bad, Deborah, is because the 400 years was a time period that we should have got it. There should have been some sort of a high level of gathering, repenting, even to today. But people think repenting is something they hoop and holler out of their mouth. You can't repent for something you don't know you done. So you got to know truth in the form of spirit and truth with the light in your hand before you can repent for anything and it to reach to heaven. See, heaven don't want you to repent if you don't know what you're repenting for. So what Judah did, he decided to come up with his own Hebrew Israelite movement, his own Hebrew Israelite cult, camps, academies, churches, even in their homes, teaching, out in the woods, building churches and houses, and it don't matter what you build. It don't matter why you in your home. You still gonna be cursed. And you ain't seen nothing yet. Because the end game of the curse is greater than the curse itself. Why you saying that, Dad? Because the curse into Revelation, it is gonna meet its match. The curse is going to run into Revelation and meet its match. Ooh-wee, Deborah, you better stop it. I'm going to be in trouble. So that's where we at. If if you ever wonder, well, why this sister don't ever talk about the things that the heathens and Gentiles, look, I just thank the Most High for not allowing me to. He sent me to Judah, and I am to, bam, step into Judah. And that's what I've been doing. Stepping into a people that still today chasing their tails in a circle. Same thing over and over and over. You'd think they get tired, but they did. You got a lot, say 5 years ago when I got on here, it was so many Hebrew Israelite men that had their own page, y'all. And they was teaching this thing with a lot of boldness. Did they have the full truth? No. But they was teaching this thing, y'all. They all gone. They gone. Out of, I say, if you had 100% of them, if you had, say, 100, you probably got 5. That's how bad it is. And the only reason the 5 is still surviving is because they didn't got enough subscribers and likes to get a check from the devil's platform. And that's why they still hanging in there. But the other ones, they dropped away because another brother and another brother and another brother came into the camp and explained to them about the third eye and about science and the stars, or we are gods, and all these other things, and then took them away with what? Another doctrine. Only one doctrine. One. And let me say this to you one more time. The doctrine of the word of Yah, which is in Yah, with Yah. It was with him from the beginning, and it's with him now. It's not a paperback book. Okay. So let's get to this here. The lesson is going to bring in. I did too much talking, Father. I'm sorry, because you gave me the fullness of that. Judah, Israel has been in full, and you all are too. You all are in full denial. And it's okay. But guess what? Your 400 years, you talking about you've been in captivity? It done ran up on Revelation. You in trouble. You in trouble now. You see? Why? 400 years, you still? Oh, Deborah, I'm pulling them up in Revelation. They think I'm playing. Let they but serve some of this revelation. Let's put them into tribulation and give them a little of this fire. I'm going to pull them on in. Tell them I'm going to pull you on in to my judgment and my wrath and my revelation, my tribulation. How about that? Come on, get a taste of that. I need to give you a little taste of that because I haven't heard a voice from the kingdom, from the earth to the kingdom. I haven't heard the voice from the earth to the kingdom, saluting my will from the beginning. Understanding my chastising, my curse, my discipline, my correction for them as a people. They still today saying we ain't done nothing. They done this to us. They took our history. They took it. Y'all say you didn't. Oh, there it is. He said you didn't take they didn't take your history. You was alive from the pit of hell itself. You stiff-necked rebellion and disobedient people. Ain't nobody took your history. Your history ain't never been lost outside of in you. The Father said your history ain't never, ever, ever, ever been lost. Your history rests within you. Ain't nobody stripped nobody from no books. These books are not who you are. The books are what is said in stories of your fathers. Ugliness showing you how ugly you are today. Want me to tell you what he said? He said, y'all, and y'all need to stop living on this lie. Now listen to this, y'all. This is the best one right here. He said, nobody took your history. Nobody done nothing to you. You done it to yourself when you profane my holy name. You done it to yourself when you polluted my holy name. You done it to yourself when you didn't magnify my name. Because if you didn't do it for my name's sake, whose sake did you do it for? Yourself and Satan's. So your history was lost because you got with Satan and Satan got with you, and you lost that which Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob always had, which was their God. Stop lying. Ain't nobody took your history. You threw your history away, said the Most High Yah. You threw your history away, said the Most High Yah. You threw your history away, said the Most High Yah. Now can't continue to chase your tail around. You threw your own history away when you profaned his holy name, when you polluted his holy name, when you polluted his land, when you never, ever, ever, ever owned up to him being your Yah. You disrespected your forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, long time ago. After you disrespected them, you disrespected their God. Then you get in the land of your captives where I son your bad tails that's like unto you. And you get there and think that they supposed to call on the name of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob's God in the land of their captives. How should this United States call your God their God? Wait a minute, something's wrong with that. You the cursed one, they're not. You came to their land, they had their God already. You see the sickness of Judah? You see the sickness of Israel and Judah? Thousands of years, Yah told Abraham that your seed is going to enter into a land they knew none of. Nor did Abraham even know about it. So therefore, if you're going to enter into a land, you enter it into a different nationality, a different language, a different everything. These people had their God. Who in the rats behind told you you were supposed to come to the land of your captives on the four corners, and each one of those corners had their own God? They didn't serve Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob's God. So who told you to come over to this land and pretend that you got to uplift the right God in them? Ooh-wee. All that shows me as a prophet in the wilderness, it shows me how cuckoo clock Israel and Judah is. 100%. He tells Abraham, let's say 5,000-6,000 of years ago, what's going to happen? Did not it happen? Yes. Then what? Who told you, and where can you find it? Any book, pull any book you wanna, where Yah said that Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob seed is going to come to a land and control it. Somebody need to talk to me. It's not so. It's just you all been cuckoo clock so long. Your clock is almost out. That's how long your cuckoo clock been running. And it's been running in a lie. Because that don't even make any sense. How is it he's going to prophesy to his sons, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, that you're going to be in a land of your captives, a land they didn't even know of? You brought your stupid tail over here trying to make these people know that the God is Yeshua. The God is Yahuwah. That shows your foolishness. God said, stand down, you clowns. Go on and continue to chase your tails. But because you been the people that you are and was always, you never got it right, Judah. You never got it right, Israel. Abraham, Isaac, and the servants of the Most High Yah, they had it right. They didn't have no other choice. They had the seed. But you all, a sad sight. The more I even think about it, it's a sad thing. Because years ago when I saw that, I said, well, how can these people come here? This is why I try to tell y'all, don't believe people when they try to make you say the name right. If you got the name right, tell me why is it when he get us, he's going to put a new name in us? Well, why are you putting a new name if the name in us already? If we already know the name and we say the name, why are you putting a new name? Because you ain't got the name right. The name in you, you have polluted. You profane his holy name. That name you carrying is trash to the Most High God. That name don't mean nothing to him. You can run to Torah, you can run to Yora, you can run to Horror, you can run anywhere you want. That name don't mean anything in him or to him. You're still polluting his holy name when you don't identify the power to bag that name up and the word. Because you think the words are in all the lost books and in all these books. You think that's the word. Take your word tail somewhere and sit down. Take no Greek and Hebrew out wide. The word that I come to know in the wilderness where I'm taught. There's only one word, and it's backed up with power. This mess that y'all reading is what he has allowed to be an instruction guide. It's supposed to lead you to him, to know about him, to understand him, to see his fingerprint and his footprint, to see his power. You can't see none of it. That's why you missed Genesis 1. Where all power was throwing up when the word said it, the power poured it up. You didn't even see it. That's how gone you are. So he wanted me to tell you right now to kind of put a cap on this before I start. Ain't nobody ever took your history. Your history ain't never been hidden. Your history ain't never been lost. And where it was lost, it was in you. And where it was hidden, because you hid it. How did you hide it? You're wicked and evil. You're adulterous, stiff-necked, rebellion, and disobedient. You're whoremongering. You're lust. You're abomination. Hid it all from yourself as it did back in the days. Kept you from being like Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Sit y'all tails down and stop clowning. It's over. It's finished. Meaning your way. He gave you 400 years and now he finna pull your 400 years up into revelation, tribulation, judgment, and the wrath when your 400 years should have been good to go. Oh no. They still hooping and hollering. They still living. Abomination of stiff-necked rebellion and disobedience. Deborah, they still profaning my name. Deborah, they still polluting my name. Why? Because you're not honoring the fact that he is what he said that he is. He is the I am. And if you had the darn name right, why is he going to give you another one when you get your nasty tails over there? If you had it right. Somebody need to talk to Sister Deborah, because let me tell you something. I know I ain't got no sense on this natural end, but you catch me over on the spirit and truth, and you're going to get all the way messed up from the throw up. He said, ain't nobody ever took you from your God. Your God was lost a long time ago with your wicked mindset. You were so evil and stiff-necked and wicked to one another. He pulled you from the promised land when you was killing each other like you're doing now. Now, what heathen and Gentile caused you to kill yourself, pollute that land, have all those different idols, self as a God? You did everything against him before you even got here. So how has somebody took something from you? How has these people made you act the way you act? How has these people made you be destroyed? Y'all say you're alive from the pit of hell because he destroyed you before you came over here. And how you like him now? He said, go back and read something and see the instructions and direction. And if you have me in you, I'll pull up in you to break it down, since you still acting like a clown. Okay, now what he wants me to say one more time. Nobody ever stole your history, hid your history, took your history, did this to your history. He said you did it to yourself. And when you just claim that everybody have done something to you because you the children, you the true Jews, you the people of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, he said, you was a lie from the pit of hell. You came over here like that because he dispersed you on the four corners according to your wicked and evil ways. That's how he dispersed you to the land of your captives. You'd have been lying. Ezekiel 36 would answer for that. Isaiah will pull you up in it. Jeremiah will pull you up in it. Daniel will pull you up in it. You don't want to be pulled up in it. He said, that's why you're lying about everybody bothering your history. Or they doing this to us because we the true Jews, you the true fool. And don't know it. So I am glorifying the Most High Yah for allowing the world to see your ugliness and who you really are. And who you were to him. And who you been to him. I never could understand this. Listen to this, y'all. Here it is. Watch this here. Let me show you exactly. I couldn't understand it, but I knew it was two separate ones. Let me show y'all some of what I mean. And then I'm going to start. Let me see what time. Oh, I got to get into this here. What he wants me to give you when I finish talking this, but I'm finished. When I went to Genesis 15, I was confused. I was like in the chapter of Genesis 15, I was confused. I said, Father, why are you over here talking to Abraham in a vision? And then in a few more minutes, you over here talking to him in a dream. He said, you got to look at the two differences, Deborah. One, I was talking to him in the vision about the things of the spirit. Okay. But he said, when I got him over in the dream, Deborah, read it to those people so they can kind of understand. And then just break it down to them, Deborah. Give it to them like I'm going to give it to you to give to them. How about that? How about that? Okay. So here he go. There's place in Genesis 15 while you hear these Negro men and these Negro women come telling y'all he told Abraham that we were gonna go to a land. Yeah, he warned Abraham. Why did you take it out of the contents of what he said to Abraham? If he told Abraham you was coming to a land that not even Abraham himself ever knew of, nor you, but yet you get over here telling them that they got to call people the way they supposed to call your God. And you don't even, he said, and you disrespect, dishonor, and polluted your own God. So how you going to come to a land and tell them what God they should be worshiping? You coming to the land of their God. You were supposed to be the light in the midst of their God. You came over here being just as evil as they are and were. Why? Because you left your own promised land with that wicked already, which is that monkey on your darn back, even to today. I'm speaking to you men, because you still haven't learned the word of Yah. The word of Yah gonna outweigh any and everything y'all continue to get on this devil platform and teach. When you finish, you're gonna see. Because with me, I'm like saying, wait a minute now, Father, you going all up in Revelation up in here. You're going up in every, wait a minute, it's 400 years didn't pass. He said, I know that, Deborah. I don't need you to tell me that. But these people's mindset is still the same. I want to give them a taste of tribulation, Deborah. Hey, angels, y'all get on down there. Get down there right now. Now, I need you to mark mines now. Go down there on the four corners, mark mines. Mark mines. I'm coming down. I'm bringing my tribulation down on their tears. They're going to feel this thing like the heathens and Gentiles and everybody else. And like all the nation, they're going to feel it, and they thinking they getting out of somewhere. They thinking they getting out of Babylon. My revelation them pulled up, and they still climbing. They still chasing their tails. Hold up. You ain't seen nothing yet. Now listen to what he said to Abraham. In Genesis 15, he spoke of two things. The vision was to give Abraham the spiritual, which is the spiritual vision of the seed. Okay. Then in Genesis 15, the same chapter, it speaks of another thing. And it was saying that in verse 12, Genesis 15 and verse 12, and when the sun was going down, a deep sleep fell upon Abram. And lo, a horror of great darkness fell upon him. Wait a minute. Hold up, Father Yah. What's all that going on? Father Yah. Why is all that going on? Why is it saying horror of darkness fell upon Abraham? What was that all about? And he said unto Abraham, now of assurance that thy seed shall be a stranger. People, you are a stranger over in this land. You can't make yourself holy than thou in the land of your captives. You can't come over here telling them what your name is and how it said he's a black man, he's a kinky hair, he's red eyes. Who gives a rat's behind who your is when you didn't care about your when you was in your promised land? You don't care about your now, because if you did, you'll be repenting to a true Yah that's on the throne. But YouTube opened up all these platforms so you can bring your tail here to do what? Anybody in the live chat, do y'all understand why these platforms were also created? For wicked and evil. And those who thought they was getting close to Yah, they were only getting close enough to profane and pollute his name. So these platforms are polluting and profaning his name as they did when they got in the midst. First time they got over here, they got in the Ezekiel 36. He said they got right in front of the heathens. Deborah, what is it you don't understand? I said, no, I get it, Father. I get it. And it makes so much sense. They got in the face of the heathens and they polluted and profaned his holy name. That's what they're doing on these platforms, y'all. When they're not speaking spirit and truth with the light in their right hand, they're doing the opposite. That's why they're serving the world. This is a sick people, y'all. This is a sick people. You get an opportunity to get on this devil platform, you better get it right in righteousness. Oh no, it's time to talk about the world and the things that the world. Wait a minute, but I thought y'all said that you were in captivity and that you waiting for y'all to come get you, and you ain't speaking nothing to the people regarding anything or even looking forward to him being all that he has always been and how ugly we've been. We don't even care. We don't even care to tell the people the truth. We just want them likes and subscribers on these devil platforms. We don't even care if we don't tell people, and we don't tell people the truth. It's gotten that bad. It ain't gotten that bad. The Father, when we said that, he said, Deborah, it was like that when they was in their promised land. So they're worse. Yes, I understand. But Deborah, it was already like that. So here Yah is telling Abraham. Now, y'all got to understand, this was thousands of years. This was thousands of years he was telling this to Abraham. So what is it that people don't understand? He didn't tell Abraham that. Listen to how he told him, y'all. Listen to how he told him. And when the sun was going down, a deep sleep fell upon Abram, and lo, a horror of great darkness fell upon him. Why was that necessary, Father? Because about to do with his seeds, his children, is going to go in a strange land. He's already telling Abraham, you got an ugly people coming behind you. He told Abraham that without telling Abraham. And that's what I step in. That's when I come in. I said, wait a minute, hold up, Father, y'all. Hold up, Father, y'all. Hold up. You told Abraham about his seeds. You only did that because you knew who his seeds were. He said, yeah, Deborah, I knew. I told you. See, they think I don't know nothing from the kingdom. They think I am not the creator. They think I am not the power. I knew their ugliness from the kingdom, not from the earth. So when I told Abraham that, Deborah, they so ignorant, they ain't learned that if I told him 6,000 years ago what was going to be happening to you today, then what is that telling you? I had to be knowing something that should have gave you some sort of insight of who I am and that you don't mess with me. But it didn't, because these people are the same people I knew that they would be out of the lineage of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. I knew they would be like that, Deborah. So I already sealed it in Abraham. Abraham wasn't worried about it because I didn't give him the fullness of how ugly his seeds really were. Had I had to give it to Abraham, then I would tell him you had monsters. Abraham, I know you love me. You care for me. You believe in me. You are my righteous. You have my faith. You have my fear. You have my trust. You have my hope. You have my wisdom, Abraham. You have my knowledge. You have my understanding. All those things was in the spirit that Abraham had of Yah. He didn't bombard Abraham, he didn't bombard him with the fact that your seed's gonna be some ugly things, to where I'm gonna send them to a land of their captive. Abraham never did come back and say, "Wait a minute now." He said, "I was gonna have children as the stars in the sky and the sand of the sea." But he said they're gonna be in captivity. Oh man, my gonna be in captivity. No, y'all didn't bother Abraham about it. He didn't put that burden on Abraham. He didn't put that burden on Isaac. He didn't put that burden on Jacob, but he let Jacob, before he died, tell each and every one of them how ugly they were. And y'all missed that too, because y'all want to hear the mouth of flesh and don't want to hear nothing in the spirit realm and where it is revealing it to you. Oh no, you don't want that. You want the flesh of wicked and evil teaching you. So you got what you got. You got what you wanted, because it's no way you can comprehend. You go. If you can't comprehend, wait a minute. If this creator told Abraham this, let's say 6,000 years ago, Abraham wasn't worried about you going to captivity because y'all wasn't going to put that pressure on him. He wasn't going to put that pressure on him. Why? Why is it you not putting that pressure on him, Father? And I'm feeling that thing. He said, Deborah, because he is my anointed seed. You are my anointed prophet. You got to tell him like it is. This is the day that you were created to tell those people spirit and truth with the light in the right hand. So the difference from you and Abraham, y'all both are spiritual seeds. But why worry Abraham 6,000 years ago when I can use you to tell him? It don't make sense. You've been lying, Israel and Judah. You think the father of lies is Satan? You his son. At least you acting like it. You act like you his ace. You got to lie about everything, and everything is clearly seen. Blew me away when he said Israel was only blindness, was only in part. Well, what about the other part? He said they wasn't blind, Deborah. Because what I invested in Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, it was in them. And there were seeds that had the same spiritual seed in them on this earth. But yet they followed those that didn't have the spiritual seed, and they went that way. And that's where they at today. So all this out of everybody. So you can go and find your lost books, your found books, your books in the sea and your books on the stroll. You can find whatever you want. When you finish, no matter what you go looking for and what you searching for to find, let me tell you something. The only thing worth looking for is righteous. And if you don't find that, you up Mess Creek, and Creek is up you. Okay, so the father said again, why would I tell Abraham 6,000 years for you? Where did I tell Abraham you was going to come to a land that you knew not of, nor did he know of, and be strangers to come over here to rule this land and tell this land y'all owe us some money? To tell this land y'all using the wrong name? That your God is not my God? Whoa. You think Abraham would go into... Father, help me. Give me something. Father, I know you gave me the mercy. I'm going to go and use what you gave me. You gave me grace and mercy. I'm going to go and use it. Where along did Isaac and Jacob? Where did Ezekiel, Jeremiah? Where did Moses? Where did David? What land did they travel to tell them that they serving the wrong God? You see how cuckoo clock Israel and Judah is? Where along the line can you find it in your instructions, in your directions, in your lost books and your found books, in any other books where it's going to show you that any of y'all servants, every servants y'all had, or just one, just give me one, that is called from the throne to come down here and tell somebody in another country, continent, that's serving a different God, and to tell them that they serving the wrong God, you need to serve mine. And I'm going to knock it off the ballpark again. How are you going to tell the people in the United States that they're not serving the right God when you ain't served them either? That's why you here. Wake up to that. Now, how you like me now? How are you going to tell the people that they serving the wrong God? And that they're not serving the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob? When the Father wanted me to ask you, when he took you to the promised land, you wasn't serving him either. So how you going to come over to somebody else's land that he told Abraham 6,000 years ago that he was going to put you in for captivity? Abraham never questioned, what's this thing? What's this thing? Wait a minute, hold up, Father. Father Yah. What's this thing about captivity? You mean I'm going to have children, they going to go into captivity? Wait a minute, Father Yah. Come on, talk to me, Yah. Abraham ain't thinking about your tail. Why? He was walking in righteous. He was already walking in righteous. What do that mean? Spirit and truth with the light in his right hand. That's the direction Abraham was going in. He ain't concerned about his seeds as many as the stars in the sky, nor the sand in the sea. Abraham was gone. Isaac pulled up, same way. Walking in spirit and truth with the light in his hand, going the way of Yah. Jacob, walking in the spirit with the light, going the way of Yah. What happened? The 12 seeds of Jacob didn't do that. So Yah said, okay, these are the one I was telling that I was going to go send into captivity. So see how long that been, y'all? And we over here monkeying around in Enoch and all these other books trying to get justification and clarification and an identification of something that's going to make us feel good about ourselves. Sister Deborah, a prophetess in the wilderness, here to tell you it ain't nothing about you that you need to be feeling good about. Nothing. Because you're still polluting and disrespecting and dishonoring in his holy name. When you do that, it's when you're trying to make him out of life. People get on this earth and get down here. It ain't nothing wrong with living, y'all. Ain't nothing wrong with living. Everybody in the live chat, please tell me what state you are from. Please. I'm going to do that today at 7 p.m. Central Time as well. I want to know what state those that are tuning in are in. So if you have any time, I appreciate it. But if you want to keep that separate, that's good too. That's all well. But I say unto you, everything that I'm saying now is being me speaking out of the spirit of the Ruach in me. And I always wonder, why is it my voice and the way I put things out is the way that it is? And I want to share something with you all. So many times I prayed, y'all. And I've been stopped now. In the last 7 to 8 years, I stopped. I said, change my voice, change my pitch. Change the way I approach things. Change the way I pronounce things. Help me here, Father. Help me here. I ain't helping you nowhere. You where I want you to be. You the way I created you to be. So Sister Deborah ain't gonna cut short on the left, ain't gonna cut short on the right. She gonna pull up with the Ruach HaKodesh at all times. Be in my head and my every side. And he said, you don't even need to look to your left nor your right. I'm ahead of you. So keep your eyes ahead. So this is the victory. Now, this is why I say it's really sad. It's really, really sad that people did not take on the 2 videos that I uploaded. I know they were long, but these 2 videos is what, let me see what I can get. You know, if you had a backpack, let's tell you what, a backpack, and you know the days in which we are ahead today, it's going to feel like we're going to have us a backpack prepared already. You get what I'm saying? We're going to need a backpack prepared already. Okay. So we can sling that on us and take off, because that's what we're going to need. If my prophetess in the wilderness, know for a fact that that's what I'm going to need, let me tell you something. I'm going to take on all word that is spirit and truth with the light in the right hand. I ain't going to take on this monkey mess that ain't going to mean me no good when I'm out here in the wilderness. I'm going to take on that backpack. And what is that backpack? Spirit and truth. It is word that I heard from the Most High Yah in truth. I'm going to put that bad boy on me and take off running. I don't care if I don't have food. I don't care if I don't have this and I don't have that and I don't have this and I don't have that. I'm going to take on what's in me, which is greater in me. That backpack of spirit and truth. Why? Because that's the only thing you're going to be able to survive in. And guess what, baby? Your children too. Your husband and your wife. That same backpack you take on, it's the same backpack gonna keep them. So I wanted to say that to you, because he was dealing with me with the children. If you be right in what you need to be doing, he will bless your children. So I wanted to say that to you all. Okay. I wanted to get that out there, because he said it to me and I couldn't understand why you keep saying that to me. But now, since he gave me that quicken, now I understand. But didn't I do it with didn't I do it with Abraham, Deborah? You know, Lot wasn't worth a dime. You know that. He stayed in that town all that time. He didn't see nothing wrong with it. So it was about Abraham, Deborah. It was about Abraham. Israel and Judah, too ignorant to understand. It ain't about you, baby. It's about Jacob. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. See, they don't understand that because they haven't respect the spiritual part of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. They just taking on the flesh bloodline and not understand the spiritual bloodline, which is revealed in Genesis 15 when he give you two pieces. He give you the children of the sea and of the sky, of the stars in the sky, revealing to him that he's going to have some spiritual seeds, but he's going to have many seeds. And then he poured Abraham over in a darkness, a horror of darkness in a what? Dream. So he gave him two, a vision in the spirit and a dream of horror or darkness. That's when he explained the captivity in the darkness, letting Abraham know that this is going to be the darkest part of you. So y'all didn't get that. Y'all didn't know that, did you? That's what he was saying to Abraham. That's going to be the darkness part of you. So I want you to know that. Because I asked him, why are you doing, why, Father, why are you doing that? Why are you putting them in that darkness like that? Horror? Come on, Father. Then you had them to say, great. What are you saying here? Now, what do I have to do? You see how I just did that? That's how Sister Deborah is. She go and she read the word. She pull out of the word to go to the Ruach so that the Ruach can explain the words. You see what I'm saying? I do not go into this book as if it is the word. I go into the words, then I go into in my spirit to the word, which is Yah. And when that word in Yah see that this is my child that trusts that I am who I am. I am the word. She looking for me because I hold all answers to all things in the heavens and in the earth. So when I look to him to answer the things that no man, no woman, nobody on the earth can answer, he pull up and he teach me all things in this book. That's why I can't take the book as the word. I got to take the book as the words, waiting for the word to pull up and teach me all things in the words. You see what I'm saying? So that's how that's done. Now, before I leave, let me go on and give you what he gave me. And we said, which way shall we turn? That's the topic. Which way shall we turn? And as I wrote that down, that was given to me by the Spirit. And I flipped that thing. I'm like, flip that thing? What am I going to flip that? He said, turn it around a little bit, Deborah. I said, and when I turned it around, watch this, you guys. When I turned it around, I'm going to put up here exactly what he gave me. And this is only the spirit realm, y'all. This is not Sister Deborah. This is how the spirit rumbles, y'all. If you let him rumble in you, he can do it. Now, y'all see that the title, says, the title of this message is, which way shall we turn? The title of this message is, which way shall we turn? And when the Spirit gave me that title, I said, okay, I put this up here. And then he said, now I want you to reverse it a little bit. And I'm like, reverse it? And here it is, y'all. That's the reverse. I just put it in the chat. It says, which way shall we turn? That's the title of the message. And the Father had me to reverse it a little bit by saying, we shall turn the way of righteousness. That's what he's saying. Only one way. Don't let nobody ever tell you there's another way outside of righteous. So he said, we shall, not we might, or we think, or we feel. He said, we shall turn which way? The way of righteous. That's the only way, y'all. And that is spirit. And that is truth. and the light. They are the righteous way to the Father. That is the righteous way to the Father. Okay, so here it goes. Now you guys, this is so loving. This is so loving. Now I want y'all. The good news is this here is what you're about to receive, and that's why I said to you all, if you didn't listen to both of those videos, you're not going to listen to this one, because this one here is what we are to look forward to. This is the way. This is which way we should go. This is the way. Isaiah 30. Now y'all finna show you the way. Now watch how beautiful it is. Beautiful, beautiful. Y'all, it's getting ready to show you the way. It's only one way. It's the way of Yah in his righteousness. Now we're about to go the way. He's wanting you to understand. It ain't nothing hidden. Ain't nothing been hidden. That been you hiding. Profane his name. You have polluted his name. You have disrespected him since the beginning of time. So when you say somebody took your history, you ain't got no history. Your history is you, your ugliness, your wickedness, your abomination, your stiff neck, your rebellion, your disobedience. What that mean? Tell me, somebody, you want to claim this book is about you? Pull up stiff neck and rebellion and disobedience, whoremongering and adulterous and all these things from the beginning to the end is actually saying about a people. Why is it we can't see that? Only thing we want to pull up that we the people, we the children, we the true Jews. This is why Sister Deborah says over and over, no, you the true fools, because you don't take heed to nothing. And by me just being flesh like you all, I can see where y'all coming from. And when you learn to see Yah's perspective and you see Yah's way, then you say, oh man, oh, did we do that, Father? Oh, Father, yes, we did. You said it. I believe you. Oh, Father, help me, help me, help me. But people ain't doing that. They want to make Yah the lie, like they've been profaning his name. They want to disrespect Yah, like they've been polluting his name. And that's why I say you're still doing it and don't even know it and not even aware, because you ain't saying nothing positive about what he really represents. So therefore, you're disrespecting him. You dishonoring him. You polluting his name because you ain't using his name and who he is. You should be glorifying him. You should be in this land of your captives as a light unto the world. That's what you should have been doing. But you did the opposite. But don't think he didn't know it. That's why he saved the best for last. He's going to tear your tail up. And he's allowed your tail to be tore up. Okay, Isaiah chapter 30, verse 18 and 19. Watch this here. 18 and 19. Isaiah chapter 30, chapter 30, verse 18 and 19. This is where Yah is going to clean you up. This is where you got hope for tomorrow. Okay. And therefore will Yah wait, and he may be gracious unto you, and therefore will he be exalted, that he may have mercy upon you. Listen to this. For Yah is I say Elohim of judgment. Yah is, wait a minute. I say for Ahia is Yah is a Yah of judgment. Blessed are they that wait for him. We are to be waiting for him, y'all. Waiting for the assurance of what he's going to do with us. Okay, watch this here. Verse 19. For the people shall dwell in Zion at Jerusalem. Thou shalt weep no more. He will be very gracious unto thee at the voice of thy cry. When he shall hear it, he will answer thee. Yah is telling you right now, he don't give a rest behind about you crying and you hooping and you hollering, talking about they doing this to us, they doing this. But he said, when he gets you to Mount Zion, what does it say? Thou shalt weep no more. He will be very gracious toward Israel and Judah until thee at the voice of thy cry, when he shall hear it, hear what? Your cry, and he will answer thee. At Mount Zion, he's going to hear every word you got to say. But that's when he clean you up, put his name in you, put his spirit in you, give you a new spirit, give you a new heart of flesh. Oh, he going to do it up. He going to do you up and he going to do you down. He going to make sure that the world, the nations, the heathens, the Gentile know that he is the Father, the creator of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. When he pour the seeds of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob to a place of holiness. And that's what I can't say no more than that on that, because I don't think I can get past Israel and Judah being gone to let them see the glorious sign of Yah and what he's going to do to us. But he has to let us fall under what we have failed from all these thousands of years, not representing him and being against him, not being for him. Look at everybody he sent, from David to Moses, everybody he sent, Ezekiel, Jeremiah, Isaiah. What did they do to them? Kill them. They gave them all. Moses even had a hell of a time. Why? Because everybody was coming to lead one people, Israel. Israel didn't want to be led in righteous. They never did, y'all. Y'all just lying on these devil platforms. Y'all falling behind these people that's deceiving y'all. Judah and Israel never followed y'all, but they on this devil platform wanting you to follow their traditions, their feast days, their holidays, not their holidays, their feast days, their days of recognizing. They want you to follow Torah. They want you to follow everything. Don't forget, Deuteronomy pulled up in Torah. So wait a minute, hold up. You want me to go back to Torah when I need to go back in it in spirit and truth, in righteous? Because Torah in Deuteronomy 28, y'all lied on Deuteronomy 28. That's why they didn't get the end game, y'all. Remember, I used to always holler about, why is it they not teaching the end game? Because he just told me the other day, Deborah, they gone, just like you always said. You've been on it all the time. They gone. But they wasn't gone to you, Deborah. They wasn't gone in your eyesight in the natural. Even though in the spirit, you begin to believe that they were gone. But they were gone, not just natural, or in your natural, in your spiritual sight, or in your natural sight. They were gone in me. And before they can be gone in you, they got to be gone in me. And I was like, hallelujah, hallelujah. Because here he's going to explain to you all. Now watch this here. Let's go to Psalms 130. He's explaining to you all here. And what I'm saying now is, now pull up to them to show them my feelings toward them. They ain't gonna get it. He said they won't get it then. They didn't get it then. They ain't gonna get it now. Because he said this stuff ain't been hidden. They sitting around talking about they gave us the Bible, and 90% of Judah in the United States feel the Bible is the white man Bible. Even though the Roman Catholic has smeared it. He didn't tell you put your trust in no Bible, in no book. You're supposed to put your trust in him. See, that's where they messed up from the floor. Okay, Psalms 130. In Psalms 130, verse 5, he says, until I find out a place for Yah. Until I find out a place for Yah. Let me see, is this right? No, I'm wrong place. Okay, Psalms 130, verse 5. I wait for Yah. My spirit do it wait. And in his word, do y'all see that? Now watch, 99.9 of y'all won't see that. Y'all don't see that, do you? That's why I try to explain to y'all, this book is not the words. It is the it is not the word. It is the words. Now you will find his fingerprint in this book, but only the spirit that's in you have to identify it to you and teach you all things that this book, instructions and direction, is saying. Now notice here, Psalms 130, verse, I wait for Yah, my spirit do it wait. and in his word do I hope. You see that? Thank you for putting that up for me. In his word, it didn't say words. It's telling you right there. That's the part I tell y'all. Y'all is the only one that can go into this book. Now, hear what I'm saying, y'all. This is going to help you a great deal. So somebody come up here to you talking some trash. Y'all is the only one can go into this book and out of this book. He can go in and out. He can go in and out. Why? Because his signature is in it. He knows what is truth, spirit and truth in it. He knows Roman Catholic and many others have smeared it. So he's the only one can go in here and come out of it. Sister Deborah can't come in here and come out of it. Priests can't go in it and come out of it. Apostles can't go in it and come out of it. Pastors can't go in it. Definitely not pastors. Go in it and come out of it. Prophets, prophetess, nobody can go into these words and come out of it but the Most High Yah. That's what he was explaining to you. Put your trust in no man when it come down to the word. W-O-R-D. Oh, you can trust man with the words, but don't you trust him with the word. And that's where a lot of y'all have stumbled. Because y'all believe everything that come out of somebody's mouth is spirit and truth, and it's light, and it's not. It's the opposite. So here in Psalms 130 and verse 5, it says, I wait for Yah, my spirit do it wait, and in his word do I hope. Hope means look forward to. So the key to it, you're going to learn that we are now waiting for Yah. And we're waiting in the right order, in the righteous order of who he is. We're waiting for him without disrespecting him. You wait for him and do not profane his holy name. You wait for him and not dishonor in his holy name. You wait for him magnifying his name. Well, what is it, Deborah? How can I magnify his name? His name is not a name like you and I have a name. It's a spirit that we're giving him to. So we're magnifying who he is in the force of who he is without giving yourself credit and nobody else. That's how we magnify him. It's when we give all the glory to where glory is due. It's when we give all praise to where praise is due. When we give all honor to where all honor is due. When we give all recognition to where all recognition is due. When we give all power in the heavens and on the earth to where it is due. Now you're getting to know his name. See, his name and all these names everybody call him. That's not his name. His name is backed up with the word. His name is backed up with the power. You see, the name is backed up by the glory. The name is backed up by the glory, the honor. See, it's when you put him high and everybody else bring their tails low. Put their tails under your feet, and even Sister Deborah, put her tail under your. Get your tail, Deborah, under my feet. For the Most High is the I am. That's what y'all have to learn to do. Put everything under the Father's feet and put him high. And stop running around here putting these platforms above him and who he is. And books of words beyond the word itself. Y'all didn't know when to trust in no man. That's what he was meaning. That's what he was meaning. Man didn't smear this book, didn't mess with. I told you put your trust in no man, but that I would come and do what? I will be your teacher. Not only would I teach you, I will teach you all things. You know what Israel and Judah said? Forget you. We ain't thinking about you. These heathens then taught us a lie. These heathens then took our history. You took your own history, the Father said. And guess where he said y'all took y'all history? Y'all destroyed y'all history in the promised land where it was holy. That's go back. The Father said, you want to go search your history while you searching these and these heathens and Gentiles books. Search your history. Find out. Go back. Go find the tribes. You want to search your history? You want to know your history? Go back to that promised land where Joshua took the house of Israel and the tribe of Judah. Take your tail back. Pick up your history there, and you'll find out. We messed our history up a long time ago, Sister Deborah. Yes, you did. This land in which we are in is the curse. Because for throughout all the time, we never followed. Did y'all know we wouldn't? Yeah, that's why he won Abraham 6,000 years. How can you compare 400 years with 6,000 years? Somebody talk to me. Even if it wasn't 6,000 years, I don't care how many years it was way past 2,000 and 3,000 years when he won Abraham back in Genesis 15. How can you compare 400 years to what he won Abraham in I'm going to say 6,000 years ago? How dare you sit here and think 400 years going to outweigh what was already prophesied all the way then? Wait a minute, Sister Deborah, what are you trying to say to us? What are you trying to say to us, Sister Deborah? I'm trying to say to you all, he already know you was an ugly, stiff-necked, rebellion and disobedient seeds of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. How you like me now? He already know that he was going to have to clean your nasty tails up because you was the worst of the worst on the face of the earth. And he was going to use the worst of the worst on the face of the earth to show his glory, to show his might, to magnify his name back to where it was in the beginning. Had to take an ugly people to clean their tails up so the whole world will see, bam, that he is Yah. I know that's right. Do it. Do it. And what we should be doing today, he says, where should we go? We should go head into righteous. Don't support no unrighteous, wicked deeds, y'all, in this day and time. Don't follow it, y'all. Don't follow it. Just do the best. Let's do the best that is invested in you. Because what is invested in you is what Yah has given you to work with. You can't be what Sister Deborah is, or take it like Sister Deborah, or feel it like Sister Deborah. Be just the best that Yah has made you and called you to be. And that's it. You can't do no more than that. And he ain't expecting you to do no more than what he gives you to work with. That's how wonderful he is. That's how awesome and great and fabulous and excellent and perfect and powerful that he is. He don't answer to us. We ain't figured it out. We answer to him. And a lot of us don't understand. He don't care if you don't answer no more, no way. It's over. He don't care. So here, listen to this. In Proverbs 130 and verse 6, it says, my spirit waited for Yah more than they that watch for the morning. See, I said more than they that watch for the morning. Verse 7, let Israel hope in Yah, for with Yah there is mercy, and with him is plenteousness, redemption. And he shall redeem Israel from all her iniquity, all his iniquity. Y'all, that's something to glorify him with. That's something to praise him. Psalms 130, verse 5 through 6. You all, I'm going to say something to y'all, and I know y'all ain't going to understand this. About a couple of weeks ago, I explained to y'all that the Father said, Deborah, if they want to find their way, tell them to go to Psalms. If you really want to find your way, go to Psalms. That's why Psalms was important, that we go up in Psalms. Why? It'll show us everything I've been saying about ugly Israel and Judah. Psalms got our release. Psalms is holding our redemption. Psalms is holding our release, our end. So when you go into Psalms, you start to hear Israel being released, Israel being redeemed. And all he said is, wait, y'all, I'm coming. I know there's those who know spirit and truth with the light. I want you to know that I'm coming. Those are the ones he's talking to. The other ones, they don't care. But he just don't want us that still has a small remnant in us invested to know that he's coming. And he said, I told you all last week. I don't know if y'all not last, it's been about 2 weeks. I think I did. Matter of fact, I might have done 2 videos and mentioned it, that the Father said in Psalms, what I learned in Psalms is our refuge. Psalms is our refuge. Do y'all know what refuge is? It's a shelter. Hallelujah. In a time of storms. Hallelujah. Refuge is our shelter. So he's saying, go to Psalms, Deborah, tell him. You gave them 2 outstanding videos that really let them know Judah and Israel beginning to the end and their purpose from the kingdom. They ain't gonna get away from it, Deborah. This is a people that's so stiff-necked, rebellion, and disobedient. They're chasing their tails. And they got so many running behind them, chasing the tails with them, especially Judah, men. They don't know they're going or coming, but they just thinking they really gonna get somewhere, chasing behind their own tail. Okay, so he's saying that Psalms will give you some release. When you get to that Psalms where you can get the release that you need from Yah, you see, then you understand what that sister was saying. It is so 100. Because way Psalm come in, listen to how Psalms come in, y'all. Watch this here. Psalms 130. Let Israel hope in Yah. And it don't say in the Yah. That's Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob's God, okay? Listen to this. Let Israel hope in Yah. For with the Lord there is mercy. With Yah is mercy. And with him is plenteous redemption. Look at verse 8. And he shall redeem you, Israel, from all his iniquity. You see? So in spite of what Israel been doing, if you are the seed of correction that's going over to the promised land, the land, you can't look forward to the land being your promise. You got to look for him coming to get your ugly, nasty tails. Because when you look for the promised land and you're looking for him to redeem you as if you are entitled to something, we have to, that's where repentance come in. We have to understand we are not entitled to that promised land, y'all. We can say whatever. Sister, I'm gonna use me. I'm not entitled to that promised land. That place is holy, y'all. Do you know he's gonna be talking to that land? That land gonna act like it's a helmet, but it's gonna be a land? Come on, y'all. Y'all ain't read. Y'all ain't been under the rock, because the rock will tell you. I'm like saying, wait a minute, Father, who you talking to? Why you talking to? Ain't nobody there, but why are you talking to? He said, Deborah, the land to me is like living a life. I was like, that's why you talking to him. That's why you was talking to him in Ezekiel. Yes. I've been talking to this land. This land know that I am its creator. I can talk to anything, and it listens. Only thing, do you know what the Father said? Let me tell y'all something. Apart, those 2 videos that I put out, what he's saying, everything on the earth, if it heard his voice, everything on the earth, from rocks to mountain, to heathens, to Gentiles, to all nations. Now, I want to get this right with y'all, so because I still feel that y'all ain't getting this. What he just dropped in my spirit, he said, Deborah, when you come to me and you saying, why am I sound like I'm talking to myself, or why am I talking to a mountain? Why am I out there talking to a desolated place? He said, Deborah, this is life. My life is in this land. This life is living. I said, this land is living. It's like life. My life is in this land. I'm like, a mountain, Father? Rocks? He said, yeah. Tree? Yeah. He said, just hold on. Watch me. He began to speak to Mount Zion, the land, the mountain, the trees, the garden, and getting them in order. And at the end, he told him, because I'm finna bring Israel home. He told them, Israel bring forth. Okay, mountains, bring forth. He had so much fear in what he was saying. He was telling the mountains and the trees, get it right. I'm bringing mine home. and Mount Zion start getting everything ready for you. So I hope that done something to your spirit just to say that. That he is causing the holy place that he has had ready. You said, remember how Sister Deborah tell you, stay away from the wars and rumors of wars. Stay away from Israel over there in Palestine. They trying to get y'all focused off of what y'all about to do. He's going to restore where he know the promised land is at. Not where you. You're too stupid to know where the promised land. You're gone. But he knows where it's at. Flesh don't know where it's at, but he knows. He know how to pull it up. You know, he don't know the whole world. He don't know the whole land. But he should know where his promised land is at. Why do we need to tell everybody where it's at? As if we know where it's at and what it look like, where it's been and where it's coming. Shut out all their mouths and let the Most High do what he does best and always did. That's what I'm telling y'all. Cuckoo clock. We don't understand that it's not about mastering who he is to the point we tell him, you turn left, you turn right, front, we'll go back. Oh, yeah, he went left. Oh, he went right. Oh, he went front. That's what the people on the devil's platform does. They think that they can identify, justify, and clarify him without giving him glory, without giving him honor, without giving him the prompt, without worshiping him and magnifying him and glorifying him. But yet they want to get on these devil platforms and magnify your weak mind as if they serving somebody. Okay, so when I get to, I'm going to have to get off here. Psalms 33. In Psalms 33, listen to this. The key is he asked me to write. Hey, how did I do that? Oh, which way shall we turn? We shall turn. Which way is the righteous way? Okay. In the process of turning the righteous way, we must wait on him. Don't try to rush it, y'all. Don't try to make things be the way we think we read it to be. That's why a lot of people think that they are the God to you all. That's why they get on this devil platform and feel that they are famous. They're important. They're fame. They are somebody. And they sit back and get all subscribers and likes, and they give no one food for their spirit. But yet the people eat it, a full meal deal from their plate. Okay, so what y'all saying is the word wait, Terry, wait, y'all, I'm coming. That's what he wants you to know today. I'm coming. I'm coming. Yes, I have poured in with revelation. I poured in through the tribulation. I poured in with judgment. I poured in with the wrath. Well, hold on. Just wait. Okay, now watch this here. Psalms 33 and verse 20. Psalms 33. Where did I? Yeah. Psalms 33. How did I get off of that? I was on the wrong one. Psalms 33. No, I think I knocked it off at verse 20. Listen to what he says. What I'm saying now, y'all, is showing you how he's going to redeem us, y'all. He's wanting me to let you all know I mean real thick the two messages that I upload. But if you listen to them, they will be your backpack in your life, in this living. They will be your backpack while you're living, meaning it'll show you that, oh, so I better not get caught up in this. I better not get caught up in this. It's no need to get caught up in this. It's no need in believing that. It's no believing that. Why? Because my people in which teaching it will not teach the righteous will of the Father. And that's why he's coming and he's going to show up in them. But the world, y'all seen them verses that talks about how you shall be hated? Y'all got to get the world to hate you. This is the will of the Father. He's seen your ugliness, your wickedness, your abomination, your stiff-neck, your rebellion, and your disobedience. He knows you're ugly. But his point is to get the world to hate you. And they're going to hate you for his name's sake. His name's sake is saying that because I run this thing, I'm going to get them to hate you. Because I run this for my name's sake. What's the deal with your, wait a minute, hold up. I got a problem, Father. I got a problem, Father. Y'all, I got a question, Father. You said we're gonna be hated for your name's sake. You notice he got his name in there? His namesake is in there. Why is y'all's namesake in there? Anybody know in the live chat? We're gonna be hated for his namesake. Anybody? Do y'all know why you're gonna be hated for his namesake? Yes, for his namesake. Why is we gonna be hated? All over the world. But that is so true. Yes. Isn't that what it says? You shall be hated. He ain't saying you shall be hated because of all the wicked and evil and how you gone. He said you're gonna be hated for his name's sake, because he gonna see to it that your ugly tails is hated on the four corners. Praise the mighty God. But why? For his name's sake shall he do that, because his power is going to see to it that you are hated or beyond hated for his name's sake. Because he's going to pull up slowly but surely. He's going to take you up out of here. Your hated, nasty, stiff-necked, rebellion, iniquity, abomination tails. He's going to take you to the mountain. He's going to pull in his glory. He's going to pull in his namesake. For his namesake do he do these things. So that the world will say, the people that we hated on this earth is now in the mountain of the Most High Yah. Truly. Guess what they going to say, y'all? Guess what they going to say, y'all? This is beautiful to me. This is so beautiful, Father Yah. He said, you shall, not you will, you shall be hated for my name's sake. He letting you know my power has orchestrated this from the kingdom. Your ugly tails, your stiff neck, your rotten, your abomination, your whoremongering, your lust, your everything. It's going to be worth hating. So if you wonder why Israel is doing all the things that they're doing and the prophetess keep whining and dining for years and years, why are they doing it? Do y'all see what they're doing? Why ain't nobody saying them? Y'all, and it bothered me because people in the live chat never would talk about it. Nobody really talked about how ugly Israel was and Judah. So I was always feeling that I was alone in this thing. But when the Most High, when Satan thought he did something good, cutting me off YouTube for 7 days, that Ruach pulled up and said, come on here. I'm going to give you the quick one, which is the beginning to the end. I'm going to seal that thing in you. And now I know I better not look at no other way but the right way. That's the only way I have to look. Because the reason why they're going to hate us, the reason why they're going to be killing us, because that hate going to be that heavy, y'all. That hate going to be for real, that heavy. Why? It's going to be for his name's sake. Shall they do that? For his name's sake. Shall they do that? Who is your namesake, Father? Who is this his namesake, Father? Y'all, Debbie, you better shut up. You better shut up. If you ain't going to tell them, you better shut up. Who is this namesake? Who is this namesake, Father? Y'all, who is your namesake? Deborah, tell them it's with my power. Stands behind my name. Now is it my sake? My name's sake shall they do this. My power is going to cause the world to hate you. For my name's sake, for me, Deborah, they're going to do that. Not for them. They're going to hate you for me. My power going to cause them to hate you for me, so I can see the vision of my will and bring things to the play. You got to be hated, said the Most High Yah. You got to be hated. And that's why I say it's sad. It's sad that Sister Deborah brought up that video. I mean, those two videos about Israel stop lying. It is a backpack to you all. It is a backpack. You are to take that on your back and you are to live as long as you got life. Meaning, the backpack is not a backpack you can see. It's not a backpack where you're stacking food and stuff in it. It's a backpack already packed for you to put on your back and never let it go. Somebody come up to you talking crazy, you already know why. You got your backpack on. That's what that message was. For Sister Deborah, it was the end. It answered all questions, y'all, when I was 18, 17, because questions that I would throw before him. And did you know I never knew I had patience until I have realized that all these years, that's the question I asked you. 30 years ago, I asked you that. Patience in the spirit. I had the patience in the spirit. I didn't have it in the natural. So when y'all seeing all these verses about what they're going to do to you all, y'all, these things are being done for his name's sake. Why? Because his namesake going to show up and show out. Who is his namesake? It's his name backed up by his power. And it's his power backed up by his name. How you like him now. So you see, if you were to go back and read those, listen to those 2 videos, and then you go back into Psalms, you could see him pulling you out in Psalms. Psalms is actually breaking this thing down so you can understand. Y'all gonna pull you out. Let's finish this here. I'm gonna go 2 more verses and I'm gonna let you go. Okay, no, that was supposed to be in Psalms 33 and verse 20 and 20 through 22. 33 verse 20 and 22, 23. Now listen to this, y'all. Our spirit waited for Yah. He is our help and our shield. For our heart shall rejoice in him because we trust in his what? Anybody see that? What is it we trust in? His what? We trust in his what? We trust in his what? This leads me to realize that his holy name. Thank you. Hallelujah. We trust in his holy name. Ooh-wee. Now, verse 22. Let the mercy of Yah be upon us, according as we hope, we wait in him, in thee. It says thee, but we're waiting in him. So this is going back as we hope. Hope means forward, as we move forward in Yah. But we are waiting, y'all. That's the beauty of these verses. Y'all might be bypassing them, but that is exactly what it's trying to tell you. This sister sat here and gave y'all everything raw. And what she's giving you right now is a way of seeing that everything she said in them 2 videos, it got a cap on it. It got an end game to it. And the end game is better than the beginning. You see? It's how he's going to end the world, y'all. He has to end the world with us, restoring us. Now, why would y'all want to restore us in the promised land? Anybody know? Yes, his holy name. Why would y'all want to restore us? Anybody know? Why is it important that y'all restored us? And I'm gonna show y'all. Y'all been wrong. Y'all, you can say what you want, you can think what you want. Y'all been wrong. Wrong as wrong can be. Why would y'all restore us in holy Zion? Why is it important that Zion be restored and we be restored once we get there, from head to toe to head? Why? From the spirit realm to the natural. Why is it important for Yah to restore us? Anybody know? Anybody know? Why is it important for Yah to restore us? It's important for y'all. You remember, let me explain something to you all. Do you that he will get the glory? He will good. That's it. That's it. He won't. Why do he need to get glorified? Because those that came from Isaac and Jacob, they have polluted and disrespect and dishonor his name on the earth. That's what we did, y'all. So he have to show the whole world that he is the I am by cleaning up the worstest people on the face of the earth. And everybody on the earth gonna hate us because we are, if you all can't see the things that we're doing as a small remnant of people, something wrong with you. And it's because nation keep telling us we the good ones. To where you can't see. They holler and say, we the people, we the people, we the true Jews, we the good one, we the good one. But notice what they're doing. Men are hating on women by left and right. Men are killing young women. They're killing mothers and fathers. They're killing their brothers. They're killing their men out in the streets. Women killing their daughters and their children. We as a people that's supposed to be in the light set up on the hill so the world may see and glorify Yah, we have been Satan on the hill. Even to 2024, I've been trying to get y'all to see that. I've been trying to get y'all to see that. So what happens? His glory is only going to be, he's only going to be glorified once he clean up the people who have existed on the face of the earth as the worst of the worst people. While we're running around here talking about giants and aliens and spaceship, we still have not looked at us and seen how ugly we are and how monsters that we are. To where he's going, that's the only reason why he's taking us off this here earth that up to the promised land to get glorified. Why? Because when Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob was here on the earth, they glorified him. But when we, as the ones that he chose to be his people, we did the opposite with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So the world have not seen the I am. Ain't that horrible? That's why the world have not seen the I am. Because we got in front of the people and we profaned his name. We polluted his name, even to today. We ain't doing nothing toward his name. Did y'all ever notice that? We're not magnifying his name. We're not glorifying his name. You don't hear nobody on here talking about his name because they think the name is Yah, Yahuwah, and Yeshua. So they battling the natural spelling of the name, pronunciation. But what about the spirit realm? How about that? Can you identify that? No, you can't, because Yah won't let you. Because you don't know him by his name. So for his name's sake, he do these things. It hurt me to hear him say, Deborah, I had pity on my name. See, y'all didn't know his name ain't the name y'all rumbling out your mouth. Who his name is greater than the mouth that you speak it. His name out of. Your nasty, stinking mouth can't hold his name because you don't know his power. You don't know his power. You don't know his word. You don't know his name. You don't even know him. You're just doing something until he clean your tail up so the world may see his holy name. Isn't that deep? How do they see it? How are they going to see his holy name? By one word. How is the world? He said the nations, Deborah, the heathens, Deborah, the Gentiles. How are they going to see his holy name? How are they going to see him glorified? How are they going to see him magnified? How are they going to see him to be the I am? Who in this live chat can tell me, wow, she hit it? It's the power. Woo, girl, you good. By his power, very, very good. I'm so proud of you. You nailing it. By his power shall his glory be known. And it's a sad, but it's a good thing That's why I say, even though the message breaks down Judah and Israel as being the ugliest people on the face of the earth, but Yah chose them that his power may be seen by the Gentiles and the heathens and all nations. And what then? Then shall they know. Oh, Father Yah. Ooh-wee. Then shall they know that my Father in the heavens, the creator of the heavens and earth, is all power. I love it because reason why I love it so much is because this is where he's going to be glorified. He's going to get his due. He's going to get what he's entitled to. Isn't he entitled to that? Oh, yes, this is good news to my spirit that he's going to be glorified. He's going to be, for his name's sake shall he do these things to a people who have done it to him for thousands of years. Y'all trying to make it manifest for 400 years. Sit your 400 dried up tails down. You've been doing it way before the end. You've been doing it since Torah. So what are you talking about? Look way back before Torah, way back in Genesis 15, when he warned Abraham, your tail gonna be in captivity. So you think he prophesied that to Abraham all them years just so you to go through it in 400 years? No, he prophesied it to him because he wanted Abraham to know the good part of the seed, which is the spiritual seed, and the rotten part of the seed, which is the fleshly seed, that he still is going to have some of his spiritual seeds in. They're going to all get tangled up. That's why the small remnant going to come up out of. You see what I'm saying? And he said, if it wasn't for the what? To be saved. You see? See, y'all got it bent up and bent down. Y'all don't understand this thing. And now he said it's plainly seen. So when you get into Revelation chapter 10, when he's trying to explain to you that the prophets, the servants, the prophets, he said, the prophets in which I'm sending down, for in that day, they will give you the mystery. Y'all don't want it. Y'all don't want it. He even told John, close that book up right now. I mean, right now. Close that book up. Say no more. So somebody got to pull out with the mystery. And the mystery is even what I gave you all. I gave y'all that mystery, but y'all wouldn't even take it and eat of it. Because I remember the young lady that did the reading. Let me tell y'all, I listened to the video just a little bit. Y'all might not believe this. I ain't gonna say never. I hardly go back to my videos. Once I do it, that's it with me. That's just it. I don't go back and look over and look up. No, I just don't. I know I should, but I don't. But this one I did because I wanted to make sure her voice was heard, and it was off the chain. I liked it, her voice and how she read it. And my Quiet Storm, which is my son, said that Mama, she really liked that idea, of her being able to read. So she did. She liked that idea. And I thought that was so wonderful that, I think she's 23, something like that. But she liked the idea that she got an opportunity to read. And she didn't even understand how she sound. And I listened to it. I said, that was pretty good. So I say until you go back and listen to the videos. But this is the last Psalms. The Father said in Isaiah, Lamentation 3, verse 21 through 26. Lamentation 3, chapter 3, verse 21, 26. Isaiah chapter 40, verse 26 through 31. Psalms chapter 37, verse 7 through 8. Proverbs chapter 20, verse 22. Psalms chapter 91, verse 1 through 6. Now I'm going to go through Psalms 62 and verse 8. This is the last one. But what Psalms do, It helps those 2 videos that I put up. It helps you understand the victory out of all the chaos on the earth. We were the chaos, y'all. That book was about us being the wicked of the wicked people, y'all, that never followed the order of Yah. We were the people who never, ever, ever followed Torah. Only one did that was Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And those who came as his servant. Outside of us being the people, we ain't never followed it. That's why we fell under the curse, y'all. We fell under the curse, not of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. We fell under the curse of our forefathers, because our forefathers wasn't worshiping the Yah of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. See how much sense that made? Because Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, were they called stiff-necked, rebellion, and disobedient? No, they weren't. So we can't look to them as our forefathers that got us here. We got to look at the forefathers that was the opposite of who they stood for. You see what I'm saying? These men on this earth will not teach and preach you that thing. They will stay away from everything that would identify that Judah is the worstest set of group of race on this face of this earth, especially the men. Especially, I mean. No shame about it. I got 4 sons. I don't care what nobody say. I got 4 sons. Ain't no shame in it. And ain't damn one of them, if you all ever knew and one of them, you would say, oh, those are the best men on the earth. That's what you would say. Even the one who had went on the deep end, you would still say that's the best son a mother could ask for. You would still say that. I'm just trying to show you. That I'm not going to cross out Yah's word. His word live in me. I am in him and he is in me. I'm not here to teach you and speak to you some lies and deceive you just to get likes and subscribers. And I was supposed to have been talking to you about somewhere where I'm at, but I'm gonna talk about that one day. I really wanted to share with you. But let's go to Psalms chapter 62. This is the last verse. In Psalms chapter 62 and verse 8, it says, Psalms chapter 62 and verse 8, it says, trust in him at all times, ye people. You see what he's saying? Trust in him at all times. See, he said, ooh. Oh, okay, that's my son. Okay. Psalm 62 and verse 8. Trust in him at all times, ye people. Pour out your heart before him. Yah is your refuge for us. Refuge means shelter. So no matter what's going on in the world, you all, once you understand who Israel is, and Israel and Judah is the worstest people on the face of the earth, and through that, for his name's sake, it's going to get glorified to clean their tails up. And then the world, don't forget, what is it about the world? The world got their own God. That's why we ain't got no business over here in the land of our captive telling them the wrong Bible. They got the wrong word. They took some books out. They got the wrong Yeshua, and that it ain't a white God. How are you coming to a land of your captivity? Can you get in a jail cell and tell everybody that's free what to do? Do y'all see how cuckoo clock Judah is? Y'all messed up. Y'all messed up if you can't see that. Judah is on the land of their captive, trying to rule them, and in spite of Judah trying to rule them, they're getting uglier and uglier and uglier and deceiving their own tribe to believe that they are the angels from heaven. Let's go there. Let's go there. Jacob, what do you have to say, Jacob? Pull up, Deborah. Here we go. Jacob's about to say something he wants y'all to know. Jacob in Genesis 49, Jacob said, called unto his sons and said, gather yourselves together. I may tell you what that which shall befall you in the last days. Now here go Father. Here go the real Genesis 49. Jacob says, it is said, Genesis 49 and verse 1, and Jacob called unto his sons and said, gather yourself together, that I may tell you that which shall befall you in the last days. Now, who is that? Is that not spiritual Jacob? That's spiritual Jacob talking. Now, I'm going to be able to speak as spiritual Jacob was saying then, and y'all tales believe the lies of these men and women telling y'all today something different. But I'm going to pull up in Jacob, okay? Because Jacob and I is the same. So I can pull Jacob up any time of the day, and I'm about to pull his bad butt up. Jacob then called the 12 tribes, the 12 sons up. He wants to tell them what's going to happen at the end days, okay? So y'all finna give you a full revelation that I ain't nobody to be played with. So I'm finna give y'all something y'all ain't never gotten before, okay? Okay, I'm finna help y'all out a little bit because I see y'all deep, okay? So here go Jacob saying, telling his sons to gather together so he can tell them something. Did they gather? No. They didn't gather. Now, who is that? Wait a minute, Father Yah. Father Yah, you the only one can go in and come out. You finna pull up? Yeah, tell them. I'm finna pull up, Deborah. Yah said, come on to Genesis 49, where Jacob just told them to gather themselves together. He said that they did not gather themselves together, Deborah. This is how the Ruach taught me from the wilderness. He said, Deborah, they didn't even come. He's at his deathbed. Jacob is at his deathbed. Wouldn't you come if your mother and your father called you at his deathbed? You know why they didn't want to come? Y'all didn't know. These is a stiff-necked rebellion and disobedient people. See, y'all don't get it. Y'all don't get it. This didn't start today. This started way back. Wait a minute, Deborah. This before y'all. This is after y'all told Abraham that they was going to. Yes. So I'm just showing you the type of people you dealing with. Running around here talking about we the children of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You better wake up and realize what seed you come to the earth with. Okay, now watch this here. Now Jacob then called them and told them to come together. Y'all, they refused to come. That's their blood father. That's their spiritual father, Jacob. Why is Israel pulling up, and Judah especially? Why is Judah pulling up on on Jacob today? Why are you using Jacob today? Israel, Judah, let me stand down on Israel. Judah, why are you pulling up Jacob today? Why are you using Jacob today, Judah? You ain't following Jacob. You following your flesh, your wickedness, your stiff-neck, your rebellion, your disobedience. You was disobedient to Jacob when he asked you to come. You thought nobody didn't know that. But the father said that if it were so, it will fool the ones that I'm going to cause to pull up. And I'm one of them. I done pulled up. And I cannot be fooled. And what I understand in Genesis 49 is that Jacob was calling him to his bedside because he's getting ready to die. And they refused to come. Well, how do you know that, Deborah? Because Yah is the only one can pull up in these words and pull out. So when he pulled up in these words and pulled out, he pulled me up in it. Come on here. Wham! And I was in the wilderness. He said, you can't see that? Yea, Father, I can see it good and clear. He said, so when you speak it like you see it. Now I'm going to speak it to you all like I see it. Jacob then called the 12 sons before his bedside. They refused to come. They didn't want to come. It's not them stiff-necked rebellion and disobedient. We the children. We the two Jews. We the Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Sit your tails down. How many times I've been saying that to y'all? I knew who they were. I kept telling y'all they was cuckoo clock. I just didn't know why, but y'all gave me the revelation here. Did they show up? No. These are still the same. Genesis 49. Genesis 49, verse 1. Rebellion and disobedience. They being disobedient to their father, Jacob, when he asked them to come. Well, Deborah, why do you keep saying that? Don't say that. Oh, yes, they did. Want me to tell you how? Here we go. Jacob called his sons to tell them what shall befall them in the last days. They didn't want to hear it, y'all. They did not want to hear what he had to say. Why? Why did not they want to hear? Anybody in the live chat, y'all been messed up from the floor for a long time. If you, anybody, just give me 2 people. Even if I can get 1, I'm good. Why is it they did not come to the bedside of Jacob? Anybody? Come on now, y'all. Why didn't they come to the bedside of Jacob? Because Jacob was going to tell them about what the last days is going to be like. Now here goes Sister Deborah. That's why I can say I can bounce off of Jacob. The Spirit will show up to bring truth. As far as them coming, it's because, just like I tried to explain, these are truly stiff-necked, rebellion, and disobedient people. They was disobedient. They wouldn't even come to their father's bedside when he's getting ready to die and tell them what is bestowed upon them in the last days. They didn't want to hear. They didn't want to hear what Sister Deborah saying today. How about that? How about that? They didn't want to hear what Sister Deborah is trying to get you all to understand today, because they were stiff-necked. Very good. They were stiff-necked and disobedient. That's why. So they were that way back in the beginning of the Bible were we the way that we are today. Now, don't you think y'all didn't put up with us enough? Come on now. Somebody got to talk to me. Wouldn't you say y'all didn't put up with us enough? Okay, we got one that said they knew they were following righteous. No, they didn't show up. They didn't come. They didn't show up. They wouldn't come to his bedside, y'all. They rebellion, stiff-necked. That's why. Exactly. They was rebellion, stiff-necked, and disobedient. Why? They wouldn't even pull up at Jacob's bed, y'all. So he died now. With somebody in your family, your mother, say you ain't talked to your mother in 10 years. If she tell you to pull up, ain't you? Well, I don't know. That ain't who my mother is, but I'm just saying, I know I pull up. Is she on her dead bed and she asking me for me? I sure will. They didn't want to hear it. That's it. They didn't want to hear it. They was clowns. They wasn't no good. But y'all want you to understand. Y'all want you to know this. Don't look cockeyed at Sister Deborah, because she gave y'all the revelation I gave her. She didn't have to give y'all nothing. She gave it to you all because to her. Everything I give her, she tries to with you all. But what is for her is for her. And if I suffer her to share it, you better take a heed to it and take a hold of it and run with it. Because ain't nobody else going to give it to you the right way. And you better be careful, because tribulation done poured in on the scene. And you know when tribulation comes, my wrath and my judgment is right by. So take heed. She didn't have to share that. She did it. And she did a well job. Thank you, Father, y'all. But let's go back to Abraham. Let's go back to Abraham. The reason why I said it like that, because I was feeling it like that. Okay? Sister Deborah ain't known to give herself no prompts. I really don't. And I thank the Father for allowing that to be said, even out of my own voice, because I wouldn't have never put myself in a position where I'm giving myself. I just want you all to understand what righteous look like, what righteous smell like, what righteous tastes like. And it's not these people on these devil platforms. Okay, now here we go. Jacob called the sons together. If they don't listen to Yah, what makes you think they're going to listen to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob? Do that make sense to y'all? Anybody that don't pay or obey Yah in any shape, form, or fashion, they are disobedient, stiff-necked, in rebellion toward the Creator. Now, here's the Creator, have all the power in the world. He created the heavens and earth. And these people, we are the people that's been disobedient to Him. Now, if we are disobedient to the man, not to the man, to the Creator, Ahaya, we've been disobedient to Him. What makes you think that you good in the land of your captive? What makes you good, you the angels in the land of your captives? What makes you think that you are the better person in the land of your captives? What makes you think that you all that and some in the land of your captives? You're the ugly one in the land of your captives. That's why He's allowing your captives to do the things that they're going to do to you. And don't think He ain't got his other hand. One hand here and the other one's like this here. He's going to get both of us. But one that's here, that's been the worst of the worst, He's going to clean your tail up, but He's going to take their tail and destroy them. See, y'all don't get Him. Y'all don't know Him. Y'all don't think Him. Y'all don't feel Him. Y'all just talk of him as if you know him. But in Genesis chapter 49, okay, Jacob, I'm going to go and give it to him. Jacob pulled up and called the 12, stiff-necked rebellion and disobedience. They refused to come. Now the father said, now you see, this is what I was taught in the wilderness. The father pulled up. Now, in verse 1, Jacob was on his bedside and he said it. Gather yourself together. So he said it to them. Come on, y'all, together, so I can tell you. They didn't come. Why did Sister Deborah know that they didn't come? Because the roar that I keep trying to tell you got to live in you to teach you this thing right. When he pulled up, he said, now, you see what's going on? And he said, read 2. When I read 2, I said, wait a minute. This is where I did it, y'all, in the wilderness where I'm taught by y'all. I pulled up in verse 2. And I read it. I said, no, something wrong. And he know when I said something wrong, it's really something wrong. Then I got it. Then I said, no, something wrong. Something on the scene. Is this his wife? Who is this on the scene? He said, now read it. Now listen to this. Verse 2. Gather yourselves together and hear, ye sons of Jacob, and hearken unto Israel. Who can call Jacob Israel outside of Yah? Only one can do that is Yah himself. He's the only one that can pull in like that and pull out, and it's all right. Not a Negro, not a Hebrew Israelite, nor a tribe of Judah would have caught that because they don't have the Ruach. They wouldn't have caught the Spirit stepping in to the stiff-necked rebellions and disobedient ones. They wouldn't have never caught it. First and foremost, they don't want you to think that y'all had to pull in on their stiff-necked tails because they mean. They don't want you to think that. That shows you they so messed up. That's why I told y'all, tribe of Judah so messed up. Only reason why I know the deepness of the tribe of Judah men are messed up without being a female offending or going on top or ridiculing them is when I have seen the Yah show me how disrespectful those men have been to him. And if you disrespect my creator, you disrespect my most high, you disrespect that right hand power, you disrespect the king of all kings, you disrespect the Father himself, the most high Yah. You disrespect the I am. You disrespect Ahaya. You have disrespected me. I'll say anything about your tails when you disrespect him. And this is what he did. He said, gather yourself together and hear, you sons of Jacob. Hearken unto Israel, your father. See, that's what Yah pulling up. Tell them, get y'all tails in there. He ordered their tails in there. And it wasn't his voice. It was his power of control. They got their tails in there to Jacob because they weren't listening to Jacob. But it's the power of the Spirit of Yah stepped in. Now, see, why did he have to step in? For them sons to go before they dying father. That's how stiff-necked these men are. And y'all run around here trying to put them to be leaders and rulers. Ezekiel explained to you that they have led in error. Led they people wrong. I pull up in Ezekiel chapter 3, and he's telling them the children shall be disobedient to their parents, but the women are going to be left with them. And those that led them caused them to error. He was talking about the men. They flip that thing on y'all every chance they get. 7 men, 7 women to 1 man. Use a fool, use a fool, use a fool. What do you think the most high y'all? Okay, y'all. That's how they profaning his name. That's how they profaning his name. Let me show y'all something. Wait a minute, let me finish this. So Jacob wants y'all to know that when he called them to tell them, they didn't want to hear it because it wasn't nothing positive. It was, they know if Jacob speak, it shall come to pass. He's Yah's anointed one. They knew who he was. They didn't want to follow Jacob's Yah. They didn't want to follow Abraham, Jacob's Yah. They wanted to follow their own. They wanted to follow their ways. That's another reason why they didn't go to Jacob so he can tell them, because they didn't want to hear the bad news. That's just like on Deborah platform. Many of you all won't come because you don't want to hear the bad news. I keep hearing everybody saying this energy and this bad vibe. Now, I'm going to be honest, and I ain't going to tell you now. They don't say it to me, but I hear people telling me that's the experience they get from people. That energy and that bad vibe is Satan telling you ain't nothing nobody should tell you that's negative. You don't want to hear nobody's negative, only positive. Why? Because he's hiding behind negative and he don't want you to hear it. And these ignorant people on this earth feel that they don't want to be around nothing negative, nothing that causes truth to be set free. See, truth is going to come to the light. It's the positive. So why are you all trying to put in negative vibes and energy to be hidden? Oh, I don't want to be around somebody that got bad energy. I don't want to be around somebody that's speaking negative vibes. You know why? The devil want to hide. He always wants the wall to hide behind. Ain't no such thing as all good on this earth. So you telling me that I don't want to know nothing in life but all good. That's out of reality. But he used to taking dingbats just there. It's no such thing. And that's the same thing when they read it into this instructions and direction book. You ain't going to get it, baby. I don't care who you think you are. When that Ruach pull up in you and teach you all things, that's the only way you're going to get it. So you can go on and make a fool out of yourself because this book is words. Yah is the word that pulls up to give you the word. So here we go. Jacob said, tell him, Deborah. Here we go. Jacob's now speaking in verse 8. Genesis 49 and verse 8. Jacob said, Judah, thou art he whom thy brothers shall praise. Judah, the only reason why they praising you, Judah, and you too stupid to understand what Jacob is saying. Let's go there. And every last one of y'all going to learn something today if you never learned anything ever. Judah, Jacob said, tell him, Deborah. Tell him, Deborah. What Jacob was saying to Judah during the time he getting ready to die. This sister finna break that thing down in y'all so y'all can get this started right. Okay. Jacob was saying to Judah, thou art he. Notice the word he, slanted. The word he is slanted in this King James Bible because it's trying to tell Deborah, dig deep, Deborah. When you speak it with power. Go on, take him there. Okay. So Judah, thou art he whom thy brothering shall praise. See, Judah don't understand the only reason why your brothers is going to be praising you. He said they're going to what? Thy brother whom, Judah, thou art he whom thy brothering shall praise. Only reason why they're going to be praising Judah is because the Messiah is coming out of it. It's to be just. How dare you cut up from the floor up in the Messiah came from your lineage of your tribe? How dare we as Negroes and melanated and black people stand our tails around and let them profane the mighty power of the Most High Yah? He let them come out of you, Negroes, as you say you are. Melanated. Tribe of Judah. Your brother's going to praise you because y'all allowed the Messiah to be known out of you. The Lion of Judah. They ain't praising you because you somebody. You in the kingdom right now. Kingdom waiting to show his glory in you. Because you have profaned his name. So, okay, Jacob, I got you. Now go on, Deborah, tell him. Okay. Thy hand shall be in the necks of thy enemy. Your hands, Judah, is in the neck of thy enemy because you always want to fight against the prince. You want to fight against the curse. You want to fight against the will of the Father. Why are you fighting, Judah? Why are your hands in the neck of your enemy? Because that's all you see worth fighting. Always buckling up on the enemy and don't even understand the enemy was put there by the right hand of the Father. So you think that your neck being in the enemy is something positive. That's just showing you your stupidity is that deep. And Jacob telling you, go on, Deborah, tell him. Your neck, your hand shall be in the neck of thy enemy. You're sure it couldn't have been the Lion of Judah. It couldn't have been the Messiah. because he didn't come here. He didn't come down here acting like that. But why Judah? What do you see in the world today? Judah is the worst of the worst. Always fighting against their household, fighting against their wives, fighting against their children, ain't taking care of their children, and don't even understand. Judah! These children come from your men. So as you see, the worst of Judah is because of our men. And you women's too silly to understand that. It ain't got nothing to do with you and how you raised them. You raising the monster that was within them, that stiff neck, that disobedient, that rebellion. Well, Deborah, how can you say that when the Father say you are your father's children? And because of your fathers, I didn't say Deborah to them because of your mother. I said the Most High God, because of your fathers. Because the father of Judah has always hid the fact that the lineage of the children ways is coming out of him. Tell him, said Jacob, tell him. That's why Judah's hand is in the neck of their enemy, because they always want to fight back. And then don't even understand the enemy is your enemy, because what did y'all tell Abraham? I'm going to take. Y'all want to get crazy around here. Let me show you something. Genesis 15. How you going to deal with them, Father, y'all? How you going to deal with Jacob's enemy? How you going to deal with Judah's enemy, How you going to deal with Israel's enemy? Come on with it, Deborah. Genesis chapter 15 and verse 13. And I said unto Abraham, know of a surety that the seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs. If y'all told Abraham that this land, who gives a rest behind whose land it is? But y'all told Abraham that it wasn't going to be your land. And why is it you trying to make it everybody's land except for the heathens and Gentiles? Who's give a rest behind? This is not my land. This land is a strange land, said the Most High Yah to Abraham. Look how Judah and you all lied. Look how y'all keep lying. You ain't got no business on this land trying to control anything here. But because Judah's neck is always in the enemy. Neck. Judah's always got his hands in the neck of the enemy, trying to fight back against something he cannot win. That's what Jacob was saying about Judah. Now what happened? Tell him, Deborah. Genesis chapter 15, verse 13. And he said unto Abraham, know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in the land that is not theirs. Why are you claiming this land? Why are you want to control this land? Why you want reparation from this land? Why are you trying to tell this land you did it, you did it, you did it, you did this? Why is your hands in the neck of your enemies? Why have you recognized that the enemy that has been set before you was set by you to you by the right hand of the Father? Why haven't you woke up to Deuteronomy 28 end game? Because you sick, Judah. You sick. You want to teach and preach these people lies, and they loving it. Now, what happened? Now, listen to this. They're going to go into the land that is not theirs. So if y'all tell land is not yours, why is these Negroes on this land trying to proclaim who land it is, or it belongs to the Indians, or it belongs to here, or this is our land, or it's this, and all this that, and all this this, and all this that. This land don't belong to the heathens. This land don't belong to this person. This land is our land, or this land is Indian land. Why is it Judah cutting up from the flow up in this land of their captive, trying to control it by the ways that they say is? They got in this land and telling these people their God has to be represented by our God. How you going to tell a land about your God when you ain't have no respect for your own God? So how you going to tell that their God has to respect your God? This is their God. You out of order. You ain't at your land. You got kicked out of your land because of your wickedness and your evil toward the Creator who gave you a free land flowing with milk and honey. Matter of fact, it was the richest land on the face of the earth. And here you are over in the strange person land trying to tell them what they should be calling their God. Oh, the name is not Jesus. Oh, the name is not Christ. Oh, the name is not a white man's name. Sit your clown tails down. You didn't serve the true God when you was in your own land, said the Most High Yah. You want to go there? I'll take you there. How dare you to come over to a land of their captives and try to tell them how to serve the Most High Yah when you in your own land? Y'all sick. Now, the Father want me to make sure I cover this. And he said, Genesis chapter 15, verse 3, and he said unto Abraham, know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in the land that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict. Watch this here, y'all. Watch this here. And they shall afflict them 400 years. What's that word afflict mean? Somebody can't pull it up. See, your Negro men ain't gonna teach you truth, because they never uphold truth before the Most High Yah. Look how they stood before Jacob. Refused to come before Jacob. And the Yah had to call an order to their tails. So you think they're going to come on these devil platforms teaching you spirit and truth, teaching you the truth? No, they ain't going to tell you no truth. They're going to feed you what they've been feeding you, stupidity, so you can be the worst of the worst in them, with them, and through them. Now, listen to this. And they shall afflict them 400 years. Now, here go the Father want me to give y'all something that y'all have not gotten because y'all ain't listened to his servant. Since y'all everybody want to kill them and ridicule them and make them the bad one, but then you go on these devil platforms and glorify all these other ones. Well, glorify them on, baby, because you cuckoo clock anyway. So watch this here. Genesis chapter 15 and verse 14. Now here the Father about to pull up. I told y'all he's the only one can come in and go out and pull right back in. Here he comes. And also that nation, he's talking to Abraham. And why ain't Abraham questioning him? Because Abraham can give a rest behind what's going to happen to these silly people. And I don't blame him, because it's too many thousands of years ahead for me to be worried about them crazy, stiff-necked, rebellion, and disobedient people. I got a mission in the spirit for my Most High Yah. That's who I'm going to serve, my son Isaac and Jacob. They're going to act a fool anyway. It is written that they act a fool. So listen to this in verse 14. And also that nation whom they shall serve. Now, who is that? You and I. That nation in whom we shall serve will I judge. And afterwards shall they become. They shall come out with great substance. The great substance that you coming out with, baby. Go back to Egypt. When they came out, it wasn't called great. It wasn't called substance. This great substance is the glory in the promised land is what you're going to come out with. He's telling you in this whole ordeal after it's over, the great substance is what you receive on Mount Zion. Ha, ha, ha. Ah, you don't like them now. So you go on and tell them that you need reparation. Where do you see that? Where is it telling you to go in this strange land? You go there and they need to give you reparation. Where is it telling you they need to serve your Yah? They need to serve it by your name. They need to go by your Torah. They need to go by your Enoch and books lost and found. You searching books lost and found, and you ain't searched the true and living Yah. And he ain't searched for you. You're too rotten. He don't want you no way. He said, you cuckoo clocked. That's a part of the mission. I ain't searching them no way. That's why you ain't found them. You found stupidity. And I tell y'all over and over, where have they awakened? To stupidity. Now listen to this. And then it says here, and this is what bothers me. If he's telling Abraham they come into a land, why are they trying to run it? Why are they trying to get rights and everything that they feel that they're entitled to? When you had your own land, you didn't do right by it. So how and what gives you the spirit and the strength to come over to a land that don't belong to you, to have a different language and a different God and a different everything? You can come over here and rule it. You know why you're doing that? You're trying to kick Yah out of his own prophecy in Deuteronomy 28. That's what really they all are doing, y'all. Y'all don't know that, but that's what they're doing. They're trying to kick Yah out of the prophecy to make him a liar so they can be the truth before you. in these evil, wicked days. And you all following right behind them in every word and everything they said and everything they talking. Now, here he's telling Abraham 1,000 years, I'm going to deal with them people. I know I'm going to send them over there, but I'm going to deal with those people who I'm sending them to. I'm going to judge them big time. So why are you trying to judge them? Why are you? Because Jacob got his neck. Jacob got his hand in the enemy there to be your enemy, bro. Because of what you done to the real creator in the heavens. So this is the consequence. But when you don't own Deuteronomy 28, when you don't own what even he said in Genesis 15, 13, and 14, you end up having your own interpretation. So that's why I used to tell you, I don't mean nothing about their precepts. They lying here, they little here, they little there. That's for stupidity people who don't know no better. Because they don't even know this book is not the word, it is words. Only one can pull in and pull out is the Most High Yah. And that's why he's the teacher of all things. And that's what he wanted you to trust in him. He didn't want you to trust in all these lost books, found aliens, giants, all these things to get your focus off really what's going on. You need to focus on the fact that, hey, we were ugly, as Sister Deborah have revealed. Yah has revealed it to her and she revealed it to us. We have been that ugly. So that to me right there, spiritual repentance. To me, it would be spiritual repentance. And stop going around here clowning, blaming everybody, and they're going to continue to do what they're doing. Why? Because y'all got to get his glory. And the only way he going to get his glory when he see you to be the worst of the worst. And he already see you that. You got 2% left. That's how bad Judah is cutting up on the earth and y'all can't see it. I've been saying it to y'all for the last 2 years. Y'all don't see what they doing. Y'all don't see what these men doing. Y'all don't see what these women hooping and hollering. But that's why the revelation he brought to me during this time I was off was so good, because it closed everything. Now, in Genesis, not only did he tell Abraham that you will be coming to a land of your captives, in a land you knew not of. Okay, so you can't come over here trying to rule this land. It never was Yah's. Okay, thank you. See, you got the word affliction. Now, why would he say affliction? And they shall be afflict them for 400 years. You see that? You see how you got it? Pain. So do y'all understand? This is Yah doing. This is not the United States, the heathens and Gentiles. This is Yah. That's why he poured up again in Deuteronomy 28, said, if you would have just did, I would have did this for you, this. But when you do the opposite, I'm going to do this. And we walking around here like we're not supposed to go through any pain. Don't you think we went through enough? I say we have. Pain and suffering. Yes. Don't y'all think we've gone through enough? But in Yah's eyes, you ain't gone through nothing yet, because you still revelation of what this sister is saying. Okay? So it's about being able to salute the revelation, understanding his whole plan, because he said it's not hidden no more. The mystery is out. It's what you do with it. But if you do something righteous with it, make sure it be your backpack. So when stupidity come to you talking stupid, and they be on this devil platform talking stupid, it's your job to attack what they saying. Even when somebody saying something, say for instance, you get on somebody's page and they saying something worldly, ain't saying something make any sense. All this food that Sister Deborah is getting gives you the right to attack what they're saying, whether you know it or not. That's standing on righteous. This person is not teaching righteous, because the person is not going to feel nothing but being the highest on the totem pole until somebody that y'all seeing to give them a right now word to say, come on down, you need to come to solid ground. That's why they keep going higher with subscribers and likes and praise. And these people are financially blessing these people for telling them lies. Now, Jacob said, finish it off, Deborah, please. Okay, Jacob saying that the net, Genesis 49 and verse 8. Genesis 49 and verse 8. Judah, thou art he whom thy brother shall praise. Thy hand shall be in the neck of thy enemy. Why would Judah's hand be in the neck of thy enemy if the Messiah came out the lineage of Judah as the Lion of Judah? Why would Judah's hands be in the enemy of the neck? Yah is telling you Negroes out there, you melanated people, you all are some wicked people and don't know it. Because your hand being in the neck of your enemy, who is the enemy? that which Yah right hand has set before you. So why is your hand interfering with Yah has set in front of you? Why is your hand trying to fight up against it? All this stuff that's going on, you don't hear nobody saying nothing about it. But let me show you, watch this. Let a young man, 25, go rob a bank. Police come on the scene. He robbed the bank. He running out. He got an automatic gun. He starts shooting. They shoot him down. But instead of shooting him once, they shot him 50 times. Every Negro be on the courthouse saying they shot him all them times. That was overkill. Negro. He was robbing the bank with a firepower that would kill 1 or 2 people. But that's the mind of Judah. And that's why Yah is not going to come up, bless these men. And because he's coming not blessing these men decide to bless themselves by killing each other, by killing their women, having the word H-A-T-E, hate on their women and their children. Why would you say they're hating on their children? It's because when they hate their women, they hate their mother. When they hate their mother, they hate their sister. When they hate their sister, they hate their daughter. Okay? So you tell me something. What's different? And when they don't take care of their son and train them up in the righteous will, what is that? That's a form of hate. You hate your son. And that's why your son don't know how to love a woman. Don't know how to be a man. Because you have led them to error. Now the woman get left with all the monsters. And then y'all trying to bad them. And go get these old loudmouth women who got something to say about a woman, period. When they don't even know they left from their right. They probably don't take a bath. Nasty they tell us really are. But then they're going to stand on this devil platform and represent the men, talking about what the women ain't done. These are people who ain't never picked up a book, and the Ruach ain't never looked at. The Ruach didn't even look at them when he created them. That's how stupid they are. Okay, I got you, Jacob. Jacob said, continue, Deborah. Thy father's children shall bow down before thee. He only talking about the Messiah that's going to come out the tribe of Judah. That's what Jacob is telling them. The tribe of Judah, y'all going to have a Messiah. Y'all going to have something is coming out of you where your brothers are going to be praising you, and your brothers is also going to be bowing down to thee. That's because of who is coming out of their bloodline. Who is that? The line of Judah. Okay. So now he says in verse 9, and Judah is a lion, well, from the prey. Now here goes Judah. My son. Now this is Jacob, y'all. He said, my son, thou up. He stooped down. He's crouched like an old lion. As an old lion, who shall arouse him up? Who shall awaken Judah? So you see how far your Negro men are? Y'all just been lied to. And y'all gonna continue to be lied to. And it's okay. Because it ain't gonna clean the worst of the worst up. So you can believe whatever you want to believe. But I tell you what, in the days are coming, in the days we're going to approach, you're going to wish you had a backpack. And that backpack carry righteous and truth. It carries spirit and truth with the light. That no matter where you go, it's going to give you more understanding. Even like I told you, after I did those 2 videos, if you would have paid attention to it after that day, everywhere you go to your parents' house, you go to your siblings, you go to your job, you go to the store, everywhere you go, you're going to find something that you're going to be able to show righteous in. That's how heavy core the backpack is. That's how important it is to take heed. Okay. Now, here Jacob explained a lot about our men who's running around here talking about, I'm a king, I'm a leader, I'm a ruler, I'm the tribe of Judah, I'm the Jew, I'm the people of the Most High Yah, I'm Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That right there, bus. That there, Jacob, I'm gonna go and give it to you. You hit a home run. And because you hit the home run, Jacob, I see it a win. Now these people, Judah down here, they don't see nothing in it. They can't get it. They don't get it. Now he just told you Jacob ain't gonna wake up. Only time he gonna wake up when y'all get his tail on that Mount Zion. Woo-wee! And if you all want to think that you so big and bad that you can work up down here, you go on, take your clown tails down here, thinking you all awaken. Like Sister Deborah tell you, spirit and truth with the light in your hand. It is in your backpack. Carry that bad boy on your back everywhere you go. Workplace, hospital, neighborhood, churches, a community. Everywhere you go, you take that bad boy with you, and I bet you anything, you be the light to wherever you at. But you run your tail around here listening to these old loudmouth men, especially Pastor Dow. Anybody follow him, they are going down with the Titanic. Every last one of them. It's the time you take up your tarp, you take up your backpack, pack that bad boy, and get out of there. Anybody that's among these trees and fell from the tree and still hanging from the tree, this is the time to get up and run. Because the tree was never holding spirit and truth. It never had the light in its right hand. It had foolishness. Okay, so I thank you. I thank Jacob for what he was saying, and for what I see and I have seen. Jacob has always been on it, and I still did not finish that. This is it. And I appreciate everybody in the live chat for tuning in, and I hope that you got something out of it, and I hope that you too realize you got a backpack on you, because y'all gave you a lot of food to put in it. And he gave you spirit and truth. It should be in your backpack and the light. So you go in light. You got what you need. Okay. And in Psalms, he want me to sum it up. 62. Psalm 62 and verse 8. I'm coming out with this. Psalm 62 and 8. Oh, I went over it. I'm going to say it at the end. Trust in him at times. Now, who is him? Hebrew Israelites. These men, these women, Sister Deborah, no. Trust in him at all times. Ye people. See, he's talking to y'all. That's the people he's still talking to you. He said, ye people, pour out your heart before him. Yah is a refuge for you. He's a shelter. Just pack your bags up and head to the shelter. Stay there until all this is over. Find yourself in him, not in nobody else but him. He is your refuge, which is your shelter in the time of a storm, in the time of need, in the time of hunger, in the time of pain, in the time of suffering. He is your refuge. And if he's and I know he is the creator of all things, and he already let Sister Deborah know, Deborah, I'm going to show myself to the whole world one time. And then the whole world going to know who I am. And that I am the I am. The God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, because we have failed our own tribes, 12 tribes. They got 12 tribe shorts all on the corner and want everybody to know. And they don't know a rat's behind that they even a part of the tribe. But yet you got these Negroes out on the corner proclaiming the 12 tribes. And ain't even proclaiming Yah. Y'all ain't even figured that out. Y'all don't hear them Negroes on the corner talking and glorifying and magnifying the Most High Yah and his power and his right hand, his stretched out arm, and who he is and who he was and who he's going to be, and that he is the beginning to the end. He's everything in between. Oh, he is Alpha and he is Omega. He is everything he created. He created before the foundation of the world. And what we see is his out of his creation. Oh, they ain't telling you that. They're telling you we the 12 tribes. We the Chew children. We the Chew Jews. Sister Deborah, appreciate each and every last one of you all tuning in. And I thank the Most High for allowing you to tune in. And I hope you got something out of it. I hope you got a pack full of treats in that backpack that Sister Deborah spoke of. And he said, where do we go from here? To the bosom of the Most High Yah. The place in which Sister Deborah have told you time after time, every time she come on here. Because there I can rest you. I can rest, and I can rest assure you that you too can rest therein. So I love you all, and I appreciate each and every last one of you are tuning in, and I hope you got a lot out of it. And at 7 p.m. Central Time, again, I had an emergency yesterday. I ended up having a meeting. Then after the meeting, I had to finish with my oldest son class that he had. I had to the internet and help him through that. But I thank the Most High that we got past that. But today I'm gonna try again, 7 p.m. Central Time. I want to hear from you. I'm going to do less talking and more hearing, because I think Sister Deborah said more than enough. It's time to hear, because in life there's a time to speak, but there's a time to hear. And we're going to take this evening at 7 p.m. Central Time and let everybody talk to each other and say things that we need to hear. And that's 7 p.m. Central Time. If I don't be 7 p.m., I'll probably be 8, but most likely I'm going to stick with 7. So again, I appreciate each and every last one of you all, and I will be back.